Good evening, guys, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. Some breaking news has just come out, and the story is exploding online right now as we talk. Nothing is officially confirmed, but from Manchester City or Pep Guardiola himself. But the report are mainly being driven by the Daily Mail and Oliver Holt. That sources and they are saying that Pep Guardiola will leave at the end of the season, not immediately. He will leave at the end of the season. And there are also a lot of reports coming out now from Fabrizio Romano talking about Maresca just 5 minutes ago, saying that he will be the next Manchester. So it will be very interesting to follow this. We will follow Twitter. We will follow all the breaking news channel to see if there will be any updates. But the thing is, just a couple of days ago, Pep publicly denied leaving, and he intended to stay until his contract expires in 2027. So we will have to see what will go on when it comes to this and Pep Guardiola leaving Manchester City. But again, the sources say, and let me just bring it up here for you guys, and we can all read it together. So 2 seconds. What's going on? Yes, slow reply from Google Chrome. Yes, here you go, guys. Breaking: Pep Guardiola has quit Manchester City. He will leave the club at the end of the season. This is from Ollie Holt and the Guardian. So, guys, take from it what you like. Daily Mail, not the Guardian. And Stu and I and Mark will be back. We will discuss this. I see a lot of people are in the house already. We have Danny B. We have Bilal, Johnny Cremode, Paul is in the house already. Big up, guys. Smash the like early. We will be back after the short intro and talk more about it. There will also be some updates on transfer updates, links to Gibbs White, links to Julian Ryerson. We have been told that Sesko will be injured in the last game. PGMOL apologized to Manchester City, to Nottingham Forest. Surprise, surprise. Apparently it was a handball after all. So we will have the debate. And, there are some reports saying pen on paper with the contracts when it comes to Carrick and Holland. So, guys, I will be back after the short intro, and we will see you and talk more about Pep Guardiola leaving in a second. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to the Tactical Devils. It's Jarvis's Corner. It's Monday night. It's 2 hours of footballing debate. And, as always, we will do our best to keep you guys entertained. We have Stu Wally in the house. We have Mark Goldbridge, United Lens here. And, let's just get going for the new arrivals. Let me just bring this up. It's some breaking news saying that Pep Guardiola has quit Manchester City and he will leave the club at the end of the season. And this comes from the Daily Mail and Ollie Holt. We have heard report Pep saying he will stay until 2027. There are reports coming out from Fabrizio Romano right now as we speak that Maresca will be the next manager. I don't know why suddenly he starts posting stuff about this right away after this. So nothing official, but this is what we got, and I wanna have your guys' opinion on it. Is it an end of an era? Is this a sign that the 115 charges is breaking? Will something happen? Why is all these Manchester City players leaving? Why is Rodri leaving? Why is the team is falling apart in a way? So we will know more, and if you guys see any new news, anything, any updates, let us know in the chat. So let's get started with the show. Welcome, welcome, Mark, and welcome, Stu. How you doing, guys? And Stu, are you surprised by Pep Guardiola?
Not really. This is actually good evening, everybody. Tico's Mark, Jarvis, and Paul. Got the in-laws around. I feel you, mate. We all have that occasionally, so I feel you on that one. This is one of those stories. You don't fuck about with, because this is a Fergie type story. You just fuck about with stories like this, because your journalistic reputation on this particular topic is at stake. It really is. You go live with something like that and you've got absolutely zero evidence to back it up. You're just going to look like an absolute moron. So from a journalistic point of view, to go public with something like that, he must know something. Speculation since Maresca engineered a move away from Chelsea was that he was going to be prime candidate to take over Guardiola, and there could be 100 reasons. I know you do, Paul. Bless you. There could be 100 reasons as to why Maresca left. We don't know, but my thinking would take me that we want you out of Chelsea. If you want to take over from City, you've got to learn every aspect of the club, and he's probably already been paid Maresca by City anyway. It just wouldn't surprise me about what's going on. So Ollie Holtz is okay. He's no mug. He's been around the block, been around for years, Ollie Holtz. And if he's got a sniff of this and he's gone live with it, then there will be an element of truth, I would suggest. And I think there's an element of truth rather than fiction based on this one. Guardiola himself has had chances over the weekend when they won the FA Cup to actually say, piss off, I'm here till the end of 2027. And he elected not to. Now, other people are suggesting, well, maybe he's just trying to stir the pot a little bit. But I think there may be a bit of truth in it, because I don't think Ollie Holt would go along with it. To be honest, he wouldn't put it out there. So this is one of the articles you don't mess around with. So I would suggest an element of truth. Whether they know anything about
this is the thing. This is why I'm making a show about this. I'm not breaking any news. We are just talking about the current events, and this is what's out there at the moment. So I find it interesting, the timing of it all, and the Fabrizio Romano tweets about Maresca that just came out, and all of this, the accumulation of
Arsenal are one up, aren't they? Arsenal are one up. If Arsenal win tonight, then it's pretty much over, isn't it? So it's going to be amazing. The other thing is, hats off to Jamie Wayne, because he broke it last night.
Yes.
He broke it in the chat last night. Jamie Wayne said in the chat last night, Jamie, if you're watching, you broke it last night, pal. So Jamie got it from somewhere. And Jamie's not one that's just going to come and spring that on you either. So Ollie, a lot of credibility. He's got a lot in the bank, Jarvis, as Ollie Holt. So
we will know more afterwards. But I wanna know Mark's take on this. And you mentioned something that came through Sky and BBC, and I also see Rushmano coming in with a comment saying members of the City squad are anticipating Guardiola's exit from the club after the Aston Villa home game this week, and City have turned their attention towards how to best mark the tenure of Pep. Yeah, so this is from the BBC Sport. But you also mentioned something that came from Sky, Mark.
Yeah, obviously I was looking up all the articles, quickly linking that, because most of them are saying it's not true, and there's no confirmation. But Sky, obviously they do all the I've got it here. Sky Sports are reporting that Guardiola's immediate future is uncertain, which that's neither here or there.
No,
and that only Pep knows whether he will leave after the final games of the season or see out his final year of his deal. They also say that the footballing world feels that he is expected to go, with Enzo Maresca viewed as his likely replacement. But crucially, this has not been confirmed by City or people close to Pep. So when they've gone looking, they can't find anyone close who actually can give concrete evidence. But when he done the FA Cup, and was speaking to BBC before the FA Cup final, Guardiola was asked whether it could be his final Wembley visit with City. He replied, "No way," and pointed out that he has one more year on his contract before leaving the press conference. BBC reported that there is still talk he could step down this summer. Despite that, you're not going to get a clear answer because Sir Alex Ferguson done exactly the same, right?
Yeah.
So I've also started looking at Holt's previous Man City information. He's broken, and there's pretty much nothing.
He don't break much. No.
So it's not like he's got people close to Man City. Now, Stu might correct me here if I'm wrong, but sometimes, eventually, a journalist needs a bit of luck, and they take a stab in the dark, trying to be the first one to break news that might likely be coming out. And we know with as Stu just alluded to, Man City aren't going to win the league. Is it time to go?
Yeah.
Yes, Mark. People do. They take a high hanging twig, and they will pull on it and see what lands. I just think this is a bit different. There's a little bit different when you are. This is, I guess, what Guardiola's been here for 10 years, so it's nothing like Wenger or Fergie leaving. But what Guardiola's done in that 10 years, it's tantamount to what Fergie did in 26 years, and he left. And that's how you got to look at it. I think you're right about Ollie Holt. He doesn't break much news and get it wrong.
He's got three stories. Three stories linked to Man City over the last year. That's it. And you think when you're talking about stories day in, day out, that's not many. And guess what? They're all around the 115 charges.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
If he knows that stuff might come out about the 115 charges, we are all aware Pep is likely to walk before those charges see the light of day.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Now,
so if he knows something about the charges, that could be why he's saying something. So that's with me looking into it.
There's been a little video circulating all week that somebody who was at the Etihad Stadium had taken a picture of some kind of rehearsal going on in the centre circle. And there appeared to be something like 20 totems or whatever they were. You couldn't really see from the video, and some dancers in and around it. So a lot of people were making or trying to put two and two together and coming up with maybe six then. And then this has come out. Fabrizio will be livid, Jarvis, that Ollie Holt's beaten to it. And Sky are now reporting it from Ollie Holt, according to the Daily Mail. Then Guardiola's going. So Sky have got it live. I don't see Maresca being anything new. I'm 99% sure that his departure from Chelsea was all linked to City. And if you were City, and City seem to be quite smartly run, if you can have somebody on the sidelines for 6 months and knowing everything about the club before he actually turns up there, then that's a big thing for him. What we know about the 115, who knows? Yeah. I really don't have a fucking clue on that one about the 115. Nobody does. But if it is all linked, someone's got to give. Someone's got to give, because if they don't give before the World Cup, it's going to have to give after the World Cup. And surely people are going to want it done before the World Cup, surely. So I don't know. Really interesting.
No.
But as I say, Jamie broke it.
But Stu, just to add something into all of this, Michael Hall from The Sun. I know it's The Sun. They are super dodgy. He's reporting basically a lot of the same article, but he says the rumors comes from internal sources of Manchester City, and that the sponsors has been informed about Pep leaving. So this is the source where it comes from. This is from the Sun, by the way, Michael Hall. And also I see other reports. It's getting a little bit of traction. Team Talk. Graham Bailey coming out basically saying the same report. So more and more of these guys, I don't know if they're just hanging on there and trying to be breaking, or if they have anything, you know. But the puzzle, the jigsaw is coming together, and maybe they know something. And you know, when things like this comes out, you can see it by the traction it gets, if it has legs or not. So in a way, I will be following tightly. Also, Rushmano just sent me an update from BBC on this also. So, you know, Sky report bits of it, BBC reports bits of it, Team Talk reports bits of it, the Sun reports bits of it. You have the Fabrizio Romano link that comes out with Maresca. All of this, what's going on? So I don't know, guys. Do we believe that Pep is leaving? And what will become of Manchester City now? Maresca, he will be the next guy. For me, you know, he got the sack at Chelsea. Okay, he won the World Cup during the summertime, but again, you know, that was a friendlies tournament.
If you're Maresca, Jarvis, on 115 charges trigger that you cannot, and you've got a transfer ban, you've got a free ride as a City boss, and a completely free ride for 2 years. They get a 2-year transfer ban. Guardiola won't. Guardiola knows that if he can't add to his squad in the summer, and he's got major problems with some of his players injury-wise, such as Diaz, etc., and if he can't add to his squad, he can't sell, right? That means Rodri can't go anywhere because Guardiola wouldn't let him. So if that is the case, they get a transfer ban, a massive fine, don't get 60 points deducted, but it is a transfer ban for 2-3 seasons, maybe even 4 seasons, and they get a huge fine. Guardiola will not risk that. His reputation will tumble because Arsenal have been absolutely dog shit in this first half.
Yes.
Tonight. Fucking, how the fuck Arsenal are top of the league is, playing the type of football they play is a miracle to me. But whereas if Maresca goes in and he's got these problems straight away, he's got nothing to lose, 0 to lose, and everything to gain. So it's a great time for Maresca, great time for Guardiola and his reputation, if all this is coming to light. So, you know, there's a lot of politics involved, but ultimately Guardiola won't allow himself to go 2, 3, 4 seasons without winning anything, because if you can't add to that squad, then everybody's going to get better and they will decrease. And so I don't think Guardiola will put himself through that, personally.
Nah, you might be right, but also what I find interesting in this, you know, I've been mentioning Pepin Linders, the
ex-Liverpool
assistant manager of Pep Guardiola, and you also have Kolo Touré. You have James French, who's the set piece coach. They have a good goalkeeper coach. There could be some coaches we could pick up, because there came some news out today from Fabrizio Romano saying that the contract was almost pen on paper, and both Steve Holland and Carrick is included into this 2+1 year deal. So, but it's taking a little bit more time, because they need to find out what type of coaches they are keeping. So I think this is why things takes a little bit more time. And now when this suddenly appear, you know, there are some people living in Manchester actually with a great bit of competence who can come in and help us out and help Carrick. So I don't know, what's your take on that one, Mark?
If we take any more people from fucking City, I think I'm going to start wearing light blue, because it's getting beyond the joke. Look, Carrick's contract, he's contracted currently in his role till the end of the season. So he's got till the end of the season. They're not dragging their heels. They're not doing anything. Why should he put a pen to paper with 1 game left when he can do it after the last game? If they didn't do it before he spoke to the crowd at Old Trafford, they're really not rushing it, are they? Because that would have been the perfect opportunity to announce it. By the way, I'll be here leading you into next season. You know, that was what a great PR spin that would have been. Blow them all out of the water doing that in the middle of Old Trafford. But City have got a load of great coaches. So you would think.
By the way, it's out there. David Ornstein comes in with the bomba saying Pep Guardiola to leave position as Manchester City's manager at the end of this season. The 55-year-old Spaniard departing after a trophy ladder decades, set to be replaced by Enzo Maresca. Nothing official confirmed yet from Manchester City.
Well done,
but this
Ollie
is
Hull.
from David Ornstein, so that's the guy I trust 100%. He's never wrong.
Yeah,
so
like
it's
I
official.
say, like I say, Ollie Holt wouldn't go. You just don't do that. That's a story you don't dick about with. So fair play to Ollie Holt. He's got the scoop. Good lad. Well, Jamie Wayne got the scoop actually last night.
Or the Sun.
Unless he knows Ollie Holt. Do you know Ollie Holt, Jamie? Because you've got the scoop from somewhere, pal. So you beat Ornstein, buddy.
Wow.
So
this is big. Yeah. This is big. Now we have a full show, guys. We will talk more about Manchester United, but could this mean that the 115 charges is coming into effect?
You would think so.
I would say so. I would say that there's problems there. Yeah.
He's only got 1 year left anyway. So the fact is, if he goes now or goes at the end of next season, the 115. If it doesn't come out now, it has to be out before next season. But then they're going to drag it out anyway. So whatever comes out, but it's going to still stay in court. It's going to get dragged out till 2030, guaranteed. I'm telling you that now. It will be full, and they will run the risk of bleeding the FA dry to, because they've got the money to do so. But
there's no appeal on this, though, is there?
There's appeal on most of it.
Yeah, but on a lot of it, on the real charges, you can't appeal. So my understanding was the charges that they're likely to get convicted on. I think there's only 2 of those, isn't there? 3. So they're really heavy charges. I don't think you can appeal on those.
No. But again, I don't think you can appeal to the FA and the investigation. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's not a criminal matter, is it?
No, I think that was one of the things they said right away. You can't appeal because we know the European UEFA.
Some of it is criminal. Well, if you're falsifying things, that's committing fraud. So therefore, that is where they're the ones where they can have the appeal against it. Anything that is classed as
but
fraud.
it's not gone to court of law though, has it?
I don't know how it works, because if they find it, we are talking about business law here, so they could then take it further. So that's what I'm talking about. You're talking about defamation of character and things like that. So there are aspects of the court case that could be taken further, or they would want to appeal against. But at the end of the day, we're saying, did you do this or did you not? Did you overinflate this or did you not? And if it was that easy to prove, it would be out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The problem is it's obviously very, very difficult for them to disprove as well, and that's the problem. If you can't always prove it and you can't disprove it, then the independent panel, which was set up, 3 independent judges, I believe, pass their findings on, and the FA then, or whoever is setting the
that's the difference. So someone should put that out there. It's not the FA. Yeah, it's the Premier League. And Premier League.
And then they'll make that decision. They'll make that decision in terms of what they're going to do in terms of punishment. Look, City can try and tie up the courts as long as they want. Something's got to give eventually, because they can't go to the court of arbitration with this one, can they? So.
Yeah.
Do you think it will end with
court of arbitration, and they changed some of it, but they also said no, some of it's correct.
Correct, yeah, for UEFA, yeah, that's right, and they got
and it was that decision that enabled the Premier League to take it further.
Yeah.
We'll
just have to see what happens with that.
Apparently, Rashmano just sent me Fabrizio Romano also is coming out with this, so now it's confirmed from all the top tiers. You know,
Well, they're not. They're just jumping on someone's bandwagon. Austin probably knew about it and has kept it until someone broke the news, and then Romano will just jump on top of anyone these days. You know. But Sam Lee at the Athletics also confirmed it. But Sam Lee came out at the exact same time as Ornstein. So they've obviously waited for someone to break it and take that risk, because then it alleviates them backing it up. They're not the ones who's taking the risk. Yeah. As Stuart said, it's
you don't fuck about with this one.
Big jump to take. And where's the proof? Yeah. They need someone. They need a statement of proof. You know, you have to prove your sources, don't you? You don't need to reveal them, but there's going to need to be proof of source.
Yeah. You've got to go through
information from, because that is a massive suing case, potentially, if wrong, reliable.
Yeah. I wouldn't think it's. That's what I mean. Ollie Holt won't go live without knowledge. He will have knowledge.
No, but I never like seen Daily Mail as a very credible source. Not
you don't need to, Jarvis.
They're not the Sun, but at least they.
It's not. Yeah. It's the journalist.
Hey, on this load of shotgun with buckshot, you're still likely to get a bullseye out of one of them, right? Yeah, that's journalism, Stu. No disrespect, but sometimes scattergun approach, you hit the target eventually, don't you?
Yeah. But like I say, Ollie Holt is a different type of journalist. It's like if Henry Winter went. If Henry Winter was at the Sun, you'd still back Henry Winter, because it's the journalist and not the rag. And on this occasion, Ollie Holt, I've got no problem with him.
That's a very fair point you make, Stu, and I agree.
If it was Steve Bates at the Mirror years and years ago, you think, "Oh, fuck off," because Bates was an absolute tool there.
But you know, do you think this means that they will get all their titles removed?
No,
they can't do that.
Not on the players. This is all club based.
Yeah.
So
no, they won't
why should an individual be punished for a company's thing? You don't. A company gets sued. You don't take the wages back from the people who are working for the company, do you?
No. I think they'll. I think they'll asterisk it or make some kind of. Again, if they're found guilty, this would lead us to believe they are.
We all remember Lance Armstrong and the Tour de France and the EPO scandal, doping.
Oh yeah,
and he got all his titles removed afterwards.
Yeah, he also came out and said, "Find me another rider that isn't doing the same thing."
Well, they were. Everyone was doing it. He just got caught. The thing is, though, Jarvis, they didn't take his yellow jerseys away.
No.
He kept all his yellow jerseys.
Yeah, okay. But he's not officially the winner of the Tour de France for 7 years.
On a piece of paper, but he can hold up a fucking yellow jersey.
Yeah, he can hold
up but basically that's what we're talking about anyway. You know, removing Manchester City from the timeline of the Premier League.
Here's the thing about Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong, whatever you think of him, did a lot of good for society in terms of raising money. And we're talking millions and millions and millions for cancer research. Mm-hmm. And he used his fame and fortune to do that, whereas Man City haven't. It's a very, very blinded viewpoint, by the way. It's very murky what he did, but you know, from people who suffered from cancer and are suffering from cancer, his money would have gone a long way to making them, you know, to helping them survive.
Oh, shoot. I went through seasons. I can't remember the amount of footballers that wore the yellow band.
Oh, yeah.
So it was huge. And Nike made a killing out of it as well. Maybe I should clarify what I mean. Yeah. Trophies will be taken from Man City, but the players won't lose their medals.
No.
They won't lose their memories. They won't lose the experience. You can change the tables. You can take the trophy out of the cabinet. You can give it to someone else, which I actually wouldn't even give it to someone else. I'd just void it because no one wants to by default.
I bet you Mourinho would take his Premier League title. I'm
a United fan, and we'd get one, wouldn't we, under Ollie? I don't want
we get 3.
Oh, yeah, going all the way back. Yeah, we get 3. I don't want them. Why do I want them? Well, did we win them? No, we weren't good enough to beat that team.
Yeah, we get.
However, they got the players. Doesn't matter. We couldn't beat it, and I don't think we were cheated.
Liverpool get an extra 2, don't they, or something like that? I can't remember what the.
Yeah, we would go level with Liverpool if you did it the right way.
Something along those lines.
But come on, like, if I was a Man City player, I'd be absolutely. What did I do wrong? I turned up. I did my job. I done what I was instructed to do. I turned up to training every week, and I played football. Don't forget, we're talking about this player or that player being bought, or money being brought into the club so they could make 1 or 2 transfers. There's still a 25-man squad. So from a player's aspect, forget the club or Man City or anyone, I don't think that would be fair at all. But I would still laugh my head off if it actually happened because it's Man City, right? But it's yeah, exactly, it's Man City. But from a pure footballing aspect, that's not the right call. And if the Premier League did that, that would be wrong. And they sort of done it with Rio, didn't they, when they banned him?
Yeah.
You didn't really win that league title that year. You didn't because you were banned.
8 months. You got banned.
You know,
they've got Champions League in there as well, haven't they? I don't know whether that comes under these charges.
It would certainly probably be
no, it's strictly the Premier League because there's other financial rules.
You wait for a relook at it. Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, but they have a time bar when it comes to this, so they can't go back to 2012, 2013.
I don't know. Have UEFA got a time bar?
Yes.
Because the Premier League
doesn't. Not the Premier League. This is why the Premier League could actually do this.
Yeah.
No, but if them were found guilty of a form of corruption, of getting those players in, and they took
a fine of 500,000 Swiss francs or whatever. They paid it like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. You could still be stripped of a title. You can be stripped of a title going back over years. You can still be stripped of a title.
Trev, you're right about Brailsford. He was just slightly over the line. He was terrible. The TUEs he was guilty of, the old therapeutic intention. The doctors, there was a specific doctor that was involved in Armstrong's doping, Dr. Ferrari. And in fact, he was developing performance enhancing, whatever you want to call it, way before Lance Armstrong. Armstrong heard about it, and he got US Postal Service in. But actually, in and around that time, Trev, pretty much everybody was doping. Now, when Armstrong started getting to the professional ranks and started getting to likes of Tour de France, he was 30, 40, 50 seconds down on various stages. But he was winning stages like that throughout Europe. And then when it came to that particular race, he was 30, 40, 50, and he wanted to know why. And he went to Ferrari, tried to understand why. That's how it all came about. That's just a very crude explanation.
Yeah, but the EPO was only a hormone to produce more red blood cells.
What it was at the time.
So basically, they just injected a hormone that couldn't be traced on the doping. What do you call it? Dope.
Yeah. So it was in your system and out your system. Pretty much. So what they did, quite funny. They would dope at the correct time. So as soon as they were ready to get the full benefit of it, the start of a race, that's when they would dope whatever time before it. And by the time the race is done, they do urine test, etc., they were right. But they were doing it, in plain sight. They were doing it on the bus on top of a mountain in plain sight of everybody. Amazing. But Rasmussen, the Danish rider, was done for doping. When he was riding for Rabobank.
Marco Pantani.
Yeah.
The Italian pirate. I don't know if you remember him.
There was one Italian that tried to do his own blood transfusion, nearly killed himself.
Yeah. Wasn't that Marco Pantani?
I think it might have been. I think it might have been. Absolute clowns. You got Lars Ulrich, the German, the T-Mobile team at the time. Even David Miller from the UK. Scotland. Sorry, Scotland. No, UK.
UK. That's yeah.
He did it as well. So yeah, not good.
Paul comes in with a question. Stu, do you think Braves would Astro?
Do you know something? It's not a stupid question. It's actually a damn good question because that's one thing we haven't experienced is a sudden upturn in physicality, a sudden upturn in second half of the season. In particular, we don't get stronger. We're not fitter. I think we've looked unfit all season. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I think under Amarin, we look very fit. We look stronger and fitter under Amarin than we do under Carrick. I think we've lost a lot of our bulk and a lot of our speed. But when you look at the way that City always come on in the second half of the season, and by the way, Guardiola's got form for this because he was investigated in Germany, wasn't he, Mark? And Spain.
And himself as a player, he failed in Italy.
Yeah, they've got form. They've got form for this, and there was a lot of talk about Klopp utilising certain elements of inhalers, get that little extra thing. And Paul, Trev, that's what the therapeutic exemption was with Sir Bradley Wiggins, all to do with a inhaler, a bit of puffing and inhaler, which gave you extra lung capacity, believe it or not. So
you've probably been at games where other people
opens up the capillaries or
they're not asthmatic, and they give them an inhaler to open their lungs.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it happen. And ultimately, Trev and Paul and anybody else that's interested, we didn't see that under Brailsford because I think Brailsford would looked at the rules and the terminology of football and thought, no way, I can get away with it in cycling because I know what I'm doing. But in football, you can't get away with it. And
but the thing is,
you are capable of doing it. We put in a new swimming pool with a running track underneath it. Yeah. You attach the oxygen mask. You run you simulate high altitude training.
That's right.
In a restricted environment, it produces more red blood cells. Lacking in CO2, so when you come back down to a standard level, you're actually producing more. It's weird how it works, but that's what high altitude training does. Where you train to deprive the system, when you're in a non-deprived area, you can actually handle and take in more.
That's exactly right, and that's why they shockless system as well, Mark, with and Jarvis with the cold, the ice, not the ice bath.
Yeah, the ice bath.
The cryo chambers. They shock the system to develop.
Yeah, the sub 300 degrees and things like that.
Really interesting. It's really interesting. But really good question, Paul. I like that question.
Yeah. Well, can I just clarify? Are you saying they went and saw someone named Ferrari?
Yes.
And he gave them drugs to make them quicker?
Yes. Yeah, in a nutshell. Yes.
I know the irony there does not go away from me.
I know.
Ferrari, faster.
Yeah. he.
That's mental.
Here's a funny thing, though, guys. His aim wasn't to cheat the system. His aim was actually to build a super athlete. It wasn't to cheat the system. It was to build a better athlete with better stamina. And that's what they did. They were never muscle enhancing. The
Russians were doing that for years.
But guys, talking about this, we all know that the man himself, the main man, the topic of the evening, Pep Guardiola, has also been involved when it comes to doping. At least there have been some strong accusations on his side.
He failed a drug test. He himself failed a drugs test. I am sure of it.
Yeah, fact check that. So we don't want to get sued. But the thing is, I know there was something that happened when he played for an Italian club.
Did he play for? Is it? I want to say Cremonese,
Brescia or Cremonese.
Brescia or someone like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
So again, Mark, see if you can find anything on that one. So again, but it's kind of. But can I ask Stu a question when it comes to this? So when Pep leaves, it will be imminent. So he have one game left, home game against Aston Villa. And then Pep is gone. Will be no more Pep for Manchester City. Will be Maresca. So again, do you think this affects Elliot Anderson and his choice of which club he will choose at the end of the season?
Well, if he hasn't signed a pre-contract, then, or he hasn't given his word verbally, depends on what type of person he is, it could well affect it. But let me tell you, more importantly, what's going to happen. If there is a press conference, which I didn't see today with Guardiola. Did anyone see a Guardiola press conference today?
Yeah.
He would have had a pre-match interview for tomorrow, wouldn't he? He would have had a pre-match.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. Will there be anything tomorrow? Probably not. What will he do tomorrow night? After the game?
Why would he do anything before the last game of the season? I'd like.
But what will he do tomorrow night?
Man City are warming up the cameras to film something, and that's where this all comes from.
What will he do tomorrow night when he takes his post-match? Because they've got one more game to go.
Yeah.
And that's all they're going to ask. So if he cancels his post-match, might tell you something. If he doesn't cancel his post-match, might tell you something.
Can't he? Well, he'll have to send someone else out because he has to buy.
Yeah, he will do. Yeah, he will do. So for me, Elliot Anderson.
I've said that from day one. Why would you go there with 115 charges and now Pep saying that? Thank you. We'll have Anderson then.
I don't know. It is the answer.
Come on, Elliot Anderson.
And do you want to go play for Maresca? He pissed off enough of the Chelsea players.
If you are Elliot Anderson, you'd have done your due diligence on the club 6 months ago. You'd have been asking all those questions through your agents or intermediaries 6 months ago. What's happening? Guardiola charges, new manager, when's it happening, etc., 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 etc. He's probably gone there with a list of 10 questions that he will require answers in writing before he put anywhere near pen to paper. And so it remains to be seen on that one.
Can I have all the answers to the 115 charges just before I sign the paper?
He's not going to sign anything unless he knows. Well, I wouldn't, because he can go anywhere.
Yeah. Just to clear up Jarvis's fear of us getting bloody taken down. Yes, Pep was banned for a nandrolone.
Nandrolone. Is he banned for nandrolone?
He was banned for nandrolone, a banned anabolic steroid after a match against Piazza when he was playing for Brescia.
Yeah.
UEFA also reported at the time that he protested his innocence. He received the ban, but years later, he successfully appealed in 2009. The Guardian reported that Guardiola had won his appeal against a positive test and that the suspended prison sentence that it carried was overturned. So although he was banned, they obviously in Italy, it carries a sentence for you, right? But he's not the first player that this has been used and then later had it overturned years later because it's so hard to prove when. We only got to look at Paul Pogba. It's still unclear where he got his from. It was in his system, but they don't know how he got in his system.
I don't know how he got it. No, that's right.
Yeah. And you have the same with Rio. The same with Rio. He still claims he's innocent when it comes to this. And
but they did imply hair follicle.
Yeah.
That doesn't lie. Hair follicle is
that's in your blood. That's in your body. That's in your DNA.
Yeah,
almost,
that's your definitive. Yeah, your definitive. Like that.
But like I say, he tested positive. Yes. Was he banned? Yes. But he denied it and somehow was cleared years after, which was pretty much outside of his playing career. He was cleared after he stopped playing, which worked that one out. Cleared once, it's no longer going to affect you.
Correct.
So, but yes, he was involved there, which was the same with Juventus, with drugging all their players, Inter and everything. It was found that basically physios were doing it. And a lot of it was linked back to potential mafia, like match fixing, things like that. It was a way of getting players out of games.
And what year was it?
Then for it to come in at Bayern Munich, it was revisited, and that's when it was heavily looked into, going once bitten, twice shy.
But by the way, there's no coincidence that there were doing that in Italy during Mr. Armstrong's tenure.
No, I remember Rosenborg played against Juventus in the last 16, no, last 8 in the Champions League. And the players said so themselves to the Norwegian press afterwards. They'd never seen a team run like this. They couldn't keep up. It was insanity. And the Juventus players, how they could go on sprint for the full 90s plus add-ons. You know, it's
a certain Mr. Keane also said the same thing.
Yes.
So Mr. Keane
again,
also said the same thing. Amazing. But they got away with it, didn't they? So
they did. Yes, Jamie Wayne is in the building. Stu, can you give Jamie his roses from yesterday's show when he?
Yes, Jamie, I did mention before you came in that you broke the news before Oliver Holt. So well done on that, my friend. And excellent news. Excellent news. We don't want to know your source or anything of that nature, but excellent work, my friend.
He has some inside information.
Yes.
Yes. Inside.
No. Yeah, he might be. Who knows?
30 likes, guys. Do us a favor, please. Smash a like if you haven't.
Yes, please. Yes. Smash that like.
We were just breaking big news, you know. So again. Rashmano just sent me a photo, some updates on this one. But again, let's just go to the Maresca thing. So how do you guys think Maresca will do with this team? Because he's very strict, he's very rigid in the way he sets up his team. Could it suit this Man City team? Do you think Haaland will still keep on scoring in the Maresca team?
I think Haaland will score more under Maresca, because I do think Maresca is more attackive, give the striker the ball, because that's one thing he did do at Chelsea, was produce goals. Was a bit more gung-ho, should we say. But I can't see some of these players going for that kind of football. They're not like that. But Jarvis, you said something at the beginning of the show. Look at all the players that are leaving. Look at the players that are leaving Man City.
Bernardo Silva, you have Rodri apparently going to...
It's the spine, isn't it? It is the spine of the team, the original. John Stones, Rodri, Silva, and Haaland is still there. But that's the 3 key players down the middle of the park that have always made it tick. Who's the other centre-back that I'm thinking of? John Stones and...
Yes, you have
Ruben Diaz.
Diaz is going.
Yeah, and then it was Rodri and Silva in front of him. And that's all Man City needed. Those 4 players to make it all work. The rest of you all work around. And Haaland was only there for Pep, wasn't he? Wasn't that the main reason he's gone to City?
Rashmano beat me to it, because I was going to float the questions. Where does Mbappe go? And Haaland to Madrid. Mbappe is probably going to leave Madrid, isn't he? After this, what was it? It's about 60 million people, haven't they, signed some petition or something stupid like that to get him gone.
Well, yeah, but the problem isn't Mbappe. It's not Mbappe. The guy still scored almost a goal a game out there.
They don't like each other. Vinny, Mbappe, Bellingham. They don't like each other.
One of them scored a goal a game, Stu. Which one's the best one to keep?
They'll keep Vinny.
Yeah.
No, keep Vinny.
Really, if you're running a team, Vinny has outstayed his welcome.
Just signed a big contract, though, hasn't he?
So you get the most money for him then, don't you?
Yeah, he's just signed a big contract.
You want to sell Mbappe, only, 3 or 4 teams can come in for him?
I don't think anyone comes in for Mbappe. You've got to get rid of him. He's got to go.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The money they will want for him, only 3 or 4 teams can come in a well.
Barcelona?
They should never have bought him anyway in the first place. You know, Mbappe's a player you should just always stay well fucking clear of.
What? Player swap? Man City swap Haaland for Mbappe?
No.
It's not. No one's going to do it, will they?
No. No, yeah, I think, Mbappe's his own worst enemy. Neymar was his own worst enemy. now he's hanging by a thread. I think the Brazil World Cup squad was announced, wasn't it, 50 minutes ago? I don't know whether Neymar made it, but he fucked his career up by being too greedy.
Did you see him pushing that young player around at training?
Yeah, Robinho's lad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Robinho's kid, he pushed him around,
Quick one. I see Tyrone comes in, and a quick update on the latest. David Ornstein confirms Pep Guardiola to leave position as Manchester City's manager at the end of this season. The 55-year-old Spaniard's departing after a trophy-laden decade and set to be replaced by Enzo Maresca. No official confirmation yet from Manchester City. So this is the news that's out there, guys. It's confirmed. Pep Guardiola is leaving, and now we're just talking about the aftermath. What will happen to Elliot Anderson? What will happen to Haaland? What will happen to how will Maresca do in the City team? Is this a proof that the 115 charges is happening? Why is all the core players of the Pep era leaving? Why is Bernardo Silva? Why is Rodri leaving? Why is Just Stones leaving? All at the same time, and now Pep leaves. So
Stones' contract's up.
Stones is out of contract. Silva's too old.
Silva's out of contract as well, I think, or he's close.
Rodri's crocked. Can I just point out we've not mentioned the biggest manager appointment of the night?
Mourinho
confirmed at Real Madrid. We've just been talking about Mbappe.
Yeah.
If there's anyone who's going to get fucking Mbappe under control, or
Mourinho won't put up with their shit. He won't put up with
their shit. But also, we're talking about Rodri potentially going to Madrid, wasn't there? Leaving City and going to Madrid. That's what he wanted. Who was the other player that wants to go to Madrid and leave? Was it Enzo?
Enzo, yeah.
Well, I can't see that under Mourinho.
No,
he ain't going to buy a croc.
Good move for Madrid. That very good move.
Yeah. So, so that could change sort of things. You might want to be out of Man City, but people have got to want to buy you. If Rodri's not leaving, he wants to leave. He wants to go to Madrid at the end of the season. But he's not a free transfer.
No, Rodri's still under contract, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
Bernardo Silva still is he a free?
I think he's a free. I think Bernardo
is a free.
Yeah, I think he's a free. He's been there for about 10 years, hasn't he, Bernardo?
Oh, mate, I can't remember him not being there. Put it that way.
No, I think he's a free ID, Bernardo. And John Stones is just permanently injured. I mean, he's just constantly injured. He'll make the World Cup, and we'll take an injured player to the World Cup because that's what we do. We do it all the time.
Yeah, but talking about the injured centre backs, who are we to say anything? When it comes to Martinez and De Ligt and all of these guys. Luke Shaw through the years. Yeah.
Hey, Luke Shaw's always available for competitions. What are you on about?
Yeah, this year. How long has he been at our club? He's been. Is it 8 years or is it 10 years now?
10.
10, yeah. So he gets his testimonial this year, maybe.
Who's that? Luke Shaw?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been longer than 10.
Longer.
Yeah, it's about 11 years.
He came in under Louis van Gaal.
It's about 11 years, isn't it, I think?
That was 2015, was it?
Yeah,
so this was his 10th season. It's not years, it's seasons. It's 10 seasons.
Okay, but 11 years, 10 seasons. Fucking Arsenal, the worst team to win the fucking Premier League.
Is it done?
No, but fucking hell.
96 minutes. It's 7. Yeah,
it's not even done if they win. It's not done if they win. It's still got Man City have to drop points.
Well, to be honest, Bournemouth can finish above Liverpool, can't they? So, it's a Bournemouth.
Yes, we are all cheering on Bournemouth to beat City and Arsenal win the league. We are, because let's be fair.
Well, I can't cope with either.
Liverpool in the fucking Europa League.
Yeah. I can't, to be honest, I can't take it. Look at that. Fucking embarrassing that is.
15 seconds, 10 seconds left. We'll just keep this up here for
absolutely
to follow the last.
But like I said, it doesn't make them league champions, Jarvis. Man City have still got to drop the points.
Yeah, but 11 years, yeah. 10 seconds.
Still got to make them league champions, Jarvis. They still, Man City have still got to drop the points.
10 seconds.
Still got to make them league champions.
Yeah, but they're as good as. They're as
Yeah.
good as now. But you win this tonight, but fucking 1-0 at home to Burnley is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
1-0.
Burnley have played quite
Probably
well.
scored on a set piece corner kick, Kai
It was a corner
Havertz,
kick.
something.
Yeah, it was. It was a corner kick, yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, but
No, it
Burnley
was.
played quite well. Burnley got Wolves,
Did
haven't
it?
they, on the final day of the season to see who finishes top of the league.
Yeah, but Arsenal played Palace, who will be resting all their players for the for the Conference League.
Yeah, 100%. But City know that.
I'll tell you what, they started quite an attacking team, Arsenal. Havertz up front, but Trossard, Eze, Saka, and Odegaard with Rice sitting on his own.
But they're just all fucking useless. They just playing side to side to side to side. No intent whatsoever. Fucking embarrassing.
It's more embarrassing. How many goals has Havertz scored since he's been back compared to Gyökeres?
Well, yeah, it was. I presume Gyökeres was injured. Is that why?
No, he's sat on the bench, mate. He's sat on the bench.
There you go, then.
Oh,
Came on in the 73rd minute.
Yeah, 71st minute. Gyökeres came in. Yeah.
98 and a bit minutes, and they're still playing. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Hannibal is playing. He's going down.
Yellow card. He's bulked up. He has.
Always a yellow card. And Tuan Sebe. We got to give it to Tuan Sebe.
Yeah.
Hey, it'd be nice to see Kyle Walker relegated, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yes, they're all done, aren't they? They're down. That's it. They've won.
No, I mean, it'd be nice to see him relegated. Go on, Walker. Bye-bye. Down you go.
So, guys, the game is over. Let's just remove this.
Yeah,
let's talk about Man United and the latest Man United news. I know this is a Man United channel, but I think, it's not every day that one of the most winning managers leaves. We have had the retirement of Arsene Wenger. We have had the retirement of Alex Ferguson, Jurgen Klopp leaving, and now Pep leaving. So, it's not every day.
Add something to that, Jarvis. Ferguson, no other club afterwards. Arsene Wenger, no other club afterwards. Jurgen Klopp, no other club afterwards.
Yep.
What are we going to get from Pep?
He won't go anywhere next season, I don't think. I think he'll have a year right.
Yeah, but no other club. So these managers, the three, I think, are the three most recent iconic managers, Pep being number 4, have not even gone on to do international currently, as in Klopp's taken a director of football. What do you think happens with Pep? Do you think he, like you said, he gives it a year, but does he go into international? Does he go back somewhere else? Does he go into a director of RB Leipzig or something similar?
He's odds on.
Group.
He would have been odds on a couple of years ago to PSG, but they don't throw the money around anymore, do they? So
no, but maybe he heads up the Man City group.
Well,
player recruitment.
Well, Hansi Flick just signed a new deal today.
Yeah, he was never going to
June 2028.
No, he's not going into management. I don't think he's going into.
So he won't go back to Barcelona. That's for sure, 100%.
I think he has a year off. I do.
And he deserves that. In all fairness, the way he gives everything to his teams, he definitely deserves that. But
yeah,
it'd be interesting considering the other three names, how they step away. Does he step away? Does he go, and that's what I created, and walk off into the sunset?
Well, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Well,
that's comes in say Pep is petrified of Carrick. Yeah.
We wouldn't.
It's Carrick,
I wouldn't
think. Okay, guys. I'm just checking the City game. Is it over? Yes, it's full time. Arsenal won the game. Johnny Kermode comes in with a good suggestion that he could become the Spain manager.
Yeah, possibly. I think he'll wait. I
don't see international football in his way. The way he manages, you can't do that in international. The way you only get players like 1 week, 2 weeks here, 1 week there.
Yeah,
That's not his football takes weeks on the training ground. So, but then the Spanish play a lot of that way. A lot of the Spanish players are out of that Barcelona training development, and it might be quicker to teach, but I don't see it personally. I don't see him working as an international manager. Bit like Southgate won't work as a club manager. He works as an international manager. I see it the opposite way around for Pep.
Yeah.
Rashmano just sent me some updates. Something about Antonio Conte.
Stepping down from Napoli?
I just gotta read this, guys. But thank you, Rosmano. Something with the translation here. I just need to find the right way to read it in English. Yeah. Antonio Conte has expressed a wish to leave Napoli. So, so if he agree with the sporting director De Laurentiis at Napoli, he will be happy with leaving. So yeah, that's kind of a lot of managers becoming available.
Why would he want to leave Napoli? It doesn't make any sense to me that whatsoever.
Maybe he just wanted to play. We know Conte. He has integrity when it comes to
he hasn't stayed 2 years anywhere, has he? He hasn't stayed more than 2 years anywhere.
It's his way or he leaves.
He's done 3 years, hasn't he, at Napoli? 3 seasons.
Interesting.
He's done 2 full seasons and he came in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well,
can we point out the whole Bournemouth thing? We're talking about managers. Iraola leaving, director of football, whose name skips my head, but it's the ex-player, 15 years as director of football at Bournemouth, leaving. And we've just mentioned half an hour ago, Bournemouth could, with the right results, get Champions League football.
Yeah, they could.
And they will go into the summer with no manager and no director of football.
No, they've got a manager.
Well, they replaced Iraola already?
Yeah, Rosa, they replaced him 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Rosa. Yeah.
That's not a Champions League manager.
I think he's decent. He's decent by all accounts. But Rosa, they replaced him 2-3 weeks ago. So Iraola must have told them January, I'm guessing. Done their due diligence, decided Rosa was the man. Iraola says he's leaving. 2 weeks later, Rosa's through the door. It's a fantastic piece of business.
Don't you find that really weird that the director of football would leave and Iraola would leave when you're on the brink of Champions League football?
I think at the time they weren't, were they? But not that matters, by the way. But they weren't. I think they were a bit further down. But well, I mean, Slot's in the role, isn't he? So I don't see that happening.
No.
Just seems mental that you would give up the opportunity to potentially go into the Champions League or Europa League. Bear in mind, Bournemouth haven't done that either, have they? And you give that up, and there's no one really out there for you to go to.
Well, I think Newcastle comes up, I do, in the summer.
No, they've pledged to Eddie Howe, haven't they?
They have, but I think Newcastle comes up. I think PIF.
You think it's the old
PIF will be I'll sell it, and I think they'll. Yeah, I think they'll want that.
Well, as long as Eddie Howe then gets given the England job, I don't care.
I read some of the chats. I don't think Conte will go to City. Apparently, Maresca is coming in. It's been confirmed.
It's Maresca all day long.
But the Newcastle job
could City playing a back five.
I know.
Defensive football with Haaland up front on his fucking own.
I mean, Maresca, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I don't see Conte coming back to the UK, to be honest.
Italy job?
He could do. He could go to Italy. They need somebody in there who's going to shake up the Italians. I mean, crikey, not the World Cup, are they? So,
well, they haven't got any Italians. Half the Italian team last time we played against them was from Serie B. So it wasn't
I know.
even Serie A. So
maybe Conte would do a job there. I don't know, but I can't see him coming back to England.
No. Guys, right before this breaking news with Pep came out, I had a plan. I wanted to talk about transfers tonight. So let's just go into the latest transfer news. And first of all, Patrick Berger, the guy who used to play for Liverpool, the Czech guy, he's a big source now. Patrick Berger. I don't know how you pronounce his
pizza.
name. Bad get. Apparently he is linking us to a guy we have been talking about on this channel a lot, a Norwegian fullback with the name of Julian Ryerson. So this is the report that came out that Manchester United have made inquiries about Borussia Dortmund's Julian Ryerson. However, whether this becomes concrete depends on many factors. If it does, Dortmund would demand at least 30 millions, but there's no price tag. This comes in from Patrick Berger. And I find this really interesting because I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this link. This is, I think he have 16 assists for Borussia Dortmund as a fullback this season. That's a Bundesliga record as far as I know.
Is he left back?
Yes, he's a left back, but he can play right back also. He's 2-footed. And but the problem with him, I think, is 28.
He looks about 45, Jarvis.
He
ain't the youngest looking player. I'm sorry if you're watching, but
he's not. The Premier League doesn't do well with fullbacks from Germany, do they? From the Bundesliga.
Well, he's Norwegian, just to say.
No, I know he's Norwegian, but from the Bundesliga, we don't do particularly.
It's a different kind of football.
Frimpong, for example, looked absolutely fucking amazing at Leipzig, didn't he? And yeah,
and in fact, actually reverse that.
Enough said.
We've had shit fullbacks go to Germany.
Yeah,
we're really bloody good. The other way around as well.
Yeah. Look, if you get him at 30 million and you're not willing to spend 60 or 70, it's going to take to get Lewis Hall. I would go to Wolves and get Bueno all day.
Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna go cheap, go for the cheaper Premier League option from cheap European. Otherwise, you go for the best
Championship option,
whatever club it has to be.
Or you'd probably go for Juve, wouldn't you? Out of West Ham.
I like Juve. I just love his. I love where he crosses in from. No, but it's what the cross is. It's a crossing aspect. He puts it in from like just inside his own half, whips around the back, and as a striker all day long, you don't want to turn and chase that ball. And I'm running onto it. I've already got the run on you because you've got to turn around. It comes in so hard and fast. I've heard that somewhere before, but like
Bueno doesn't do that. Bueno goes deeper. Bueno's a deeper crosser. Whereas I agree with you on Juff. As soon as he gets across the halfway line, he's looking to ping it in. And I do like that about him. Great tackler, really quick, good stamina, big, tall, strong. Anything else we can add to that about Juff? I think he ticks all our boxes, doesn't he, for a left back?
I'm not sure about the great tackler one. I'll put that out. He's a 50-50 on that because I've seen some horrendous attempts at
tackling. Well, no, I've seen some. But
he's definitely a diamond.
He's a tackler. Yeah, he's a tackler. He is the left back, Wan-Bissaka. When we took him, Wan-Bissaka wasn't, the Wan-Bissaka at West Ham is a much better footballer, isn't he, at West Ham than he was at Manchester United.
Because he's got that determination now for being dropped from Man United. It's gone.
Exactly. And he went back to, and don't forget, he's gone back to his, playing almost as a wing back, and that's what he was good at.
I love Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, I absolutely love him as a tackler.
So I think Jeff would be great. Ben Bueno would be great. But Lewis Hall would be the one.
Who's the other one you like? Brentford.
I liked Kirkus, but he obviously went to Liverpool. You're on about the centre. Oh, that's Bournemouth. It's the Brentford one. You're right.
Brentford. I'm sure you kept going on about
the Dutch centre back.
Yeah, the left back. What's his name? Escapes
with
me.
M or something.
Escapes me.
I'll find it.
Not.
I'll shout it out in a minute.
Two names. Not.
Escapes
What,
me.
like Walter Peters? No.
Something like Walker. What?
Lewis.
Did he just leave?
No.
Miles Skelly.
Lewis from Arsenal. Yeah, he's from Arsenal, and he's a great player, by the way. Where's Mark gone?
He just left.
Oh, he left.
He didn't want to be here.
He's bored.
Yeah.
Lewis Skelly. He's been playing at. Was playing at centre midfield. Can't believe fucking Arsenal. Jesus Christ, how embarrassing. Just about beat Burnley 1-0. Fuck me.
Yeah, boring Arsenal. Vissa comes in and say Chelsea got it like Fergie had it in the early 2000s. We had a squad all under age of 27, and Chelsea's current squad is all under 28. Yeah. He's back.
What happened there?
Well, when I said I'll go find the player, I forgot to open a new tab.
Oh, okay. Oh, dear.
The whole stream. Technical difficulties, guys. Technical difficulties. My right hand doesn't know what my left hand's doing.
Yes. Yes.
But yes, that's what happened there.
Guys, I got a lot of banter from the live chat. Guys, I'm Norwegian, so I know the Norwegian players, and we have a golden generation of a lot of good players.
Yeah, we had a golden generation.
I talked about Martin Ødegaard 3 years before everybody else knew about him. I talked about Haaland. No one knew his name. I talked about Sanderberg long before he became a professional, playing in his first year in Belgium for Ghent. So again, I know these players. I know I've seen them in the Norwegian Premier League. I know what it takes. So this is where I'm coming from. Not all of them are elite level, but there are some decent footballers out there. So it's just, I'm not just bigging up all the Norwegian players. We have some calamities too, to be honest. Most of them.
The left back I always think about was Lewis Peters.
That's it.
Lewis Potter.
Yeah, Lewis Potter.
Yeah, Lewis Potter. Two names.
Jarvis said 2 names, but the other one which jumped out, Muniz. I still think he and not Malassia, the other side on Palace.
Muniz from Palace. Yeah, Muniz from Palace. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good.
You have
this one plays left back for him. It'll come to me. Mitchell, Tyrell Mitchell.
Tyrell.
Now, they both play wing backs. They are fullbacks.
Yeah,
they both easily can do the fullback job.
King Lewis Potter, he's fantastic. Robinson's a bit too old. Unfortunately, he's 29, isn't he, this year or next year?
What, the Fulham Robertson?
Yeah, Fulham Robinson's 29, isn't he? I think he's carrying age.
Yeah, and he started picking up knocks.
He's picking up knocks. Yeah.
I just saw a question here. Yeah. I am titanium. Okay, I'll save the questions for later. We will always have time for a Q&A as always.
With the big Norway comment there. Norwegian golden era, right? England had one. We won fuck all. Belgium had one. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, I never expect Norway to win any big tournaments. We are not at that level. We are a small country, 5.5 million. Yeah, but again, we have one of the worst goalkeepers in the world. We don't have centre backs.
Nor did Brazil when Pele came through. Nor did Argentina with Maradona.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't think Haaland is that type of player. He can't carry the team.
You got Sanderberg.
You got Sanderberg behind him. You got Martin Ødegaard creating.
It's also about the heritage. Mourinho talked about this. Most of the Norwegian players dropped off after winning against Italy in their last qualification game in the qualifier, and all of them was super great from August till December. After that, you've seen the drop off of Martin Ødegaard. You've seen the drop off of Sanderberg. You've seen the drop off of Haaland. All of them, they are just happy by being there. They're not in it to win it. And that's the mentality. We don't have the heritage. So again,
get rid of them, pussies. That's the wrong mentality.
Yeah, get rid of them.
Yeah.
No one turns up to play football for a draw or turns up to lose, or you don't have fun playing football unless you win, do you?
Oh no, you got to win. Yeah, no, you got to win.
Yeah. That's the only thing that matters. Winning the games. So it's a no from you on Julian Ryerson. You're not convinced.
It's not a no. For me. It's I would get Bueno.
Yeah.
I would just buy. I think
You
I would get
see here,
Bueno or Lewis Hall.
Primary position is right wing back, but he's played a lot of times as a left back this season. But Dortmund play with the back three, so again, yeah.
And that's a different thing, Jarvis. You can say he's got a load of assists, but if he's been playing wing back, technically that's the same as playing a winger. But
he plays as a fullback for Norway, and is very solid defensively.
Yeah, he might do that for Norway.
He's not an out-and-out wing back. That he's more of a fullback than a wing back for me, from how I perceive him as a player.
But Harry Kane scored almost 60 goals in that league this year. So this guy's created 16 chances for what, second or third best team in that.
You can probably multiply it by 0.7 or something to know what actually the goal tally or assist tally looks like compared to the Premier League.
Dortmund aren't a bad side. They've got some good attackers and that. So if you put the ball in the box or behind for players to run onto, they leave a lot of players for dead. He would work in the United team or in a counteract. Fact, we're counter attacking. I was going to say counteracting. It could work, but
I don't want to play counter attacking football though anymore. I don't want to do that. I want to play an all natural game. Counter attacking is. I want to play a natural game of football moving forward. Carrick's got to really seriously impress me next year.
Well, isn't the most natural way of football being counter-attacking, though? When I get the ball, we all go.
No, not for me. I like a more balanced approach to games. I don't like sitting back. I don't like always playing on the front foot, always playing on the back.
Oh, no, yeah, I agree.
I want a more balanced approach.
Counter-attack, I don't want to see, but I do want to see us when we get the ball, we fucking go. Do you know what I mean? We go.
No, I've got no problem with that. As soon as we get turnover, I want us off and gone. Yeah, absolutely. But I just think Carrick needs to be more balanced for me.
I totally agree.
So
he's got a lot to show. He's got a lot to show for next season.
Yeah. Biggest red flag there, Jarvis. No red cards.
Yeah. 8 yellows.
Yeah, big flag for me because, you've got it. And this is, I've said this. Do you remember last show we were all together? Nobody tackles anymore.
No, that's what I was going to say. How do you get sent off if no one makes any tackle?
Nobody fucking tackling anymore. Get a fucking tackle. I ain't got a problem with a red card here and there. I really haven't, because that means you are trying to affect the game of football. 8 yellow cards is acceptable.
That's not a bad going, really.
Yeah, he needs a couple of reds in there, Jarvis. If he gets a couple of reds in there, tell him. Then I'll consider him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
I just want to go back to Nas's comment and say Ryerson had the second most big chances created with 22. And if you look at the FB refs, he's on 100% when it comes to big chances created. So again, probably give Sesko some goals.
Hang on, he's got the second most in the German league. No, I'm asking. That's not a dig. He's got that's what that is. He's got the second most in the German league, but Harry Kane scored almost 60 goals, and you're telling me that Elise and people haven't created more chances than him
compared to all the other wingbacks and fullbacks in the Premier League.
So it's
in the top 5 leagues in Europe. Yes.
So who's the other wingback who's done better than him? Why can't we buy him?
No, well, you can't be better than him. He's on 100%. That's 100%.
Yeah. So
but someone's outperformed him in creation.
So my question on that then is, and I understand it, but why is he not on 101% with 23 big chances? How the fuck do they say 22 big chances?
I know.
That's all I'm asking. Because for them to say it's 100% on big chances created, then you're only allowed, by virtue, you're only allowed to create 22 big chances. I'm not quite sure.
You're asking a question I can't give you an answer for, Stu.
No. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. You see, at 22 big, 20. Now,
That's
I
what I
will
was
say
getting
this.
at, Stu. That's what I'm
I know you
saying.
are.
Like, if someone scores 60 goals, they must have been close to chances created. Bruno created fucking 10 yesterday in one game.
22 big chances from a fullback is good.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
agreed.
good. That's really fucking good.
15 assists
Yeah. So what they're
in
saying
the Bundesliga.
is he's whipped a cross in, and say Harry Kane, as an example, is on the end of it. He's either scored or the goalkeeper saved.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, no, he's got 15 assists and he's got 22 created big chances. So out of those 22, if you've got an assist, surely 15 of those 22 was scored from. I think we can agree on that, right?
Yep,
So what you're saying is he's passed the ball 22 times and 15 of those they've scored.
Well, that's how I read those stats, Stu. You're not the only one laughing.
No, it's not. No, Jarvis is. He's on. What they're saying doesn't make sense, does it? Which is a bit of a shame.
And no, it's not a percentile, Don.
No. Anyway, we like him. We like him, Jarvis. We like him. If he gets a red card, tell him he can come to United.
Okay, so you're only going for him if he gets a red card. Okay, noted. So how many red cards do Lewis Hall have this season?
2.
He's got 1 at least. I know he has. Yeah,
no.
He's been sent off once. I'm sure
he's your type of fullback.
He's my number one choice.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, I think he's been sent off once, hasn't he, Lewis Hall? Has he got any red cards?
Let's see.
Show me red. Come on, show me red.
Okay, let's go down. So far this season, 0
4
red cards and only 4 yellow cards.
That's even worse.
In the Premier League.
How many chances has he created?
That's even worse.
And he had 1 assist and 1 goal.
Yeah, but how many chances did he create? The goal was against you, not.
Let's go down here and check. Big chances created 5.
Okay.
So he's in the 79.5 percentile. Yeah,
superb.
But that's the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Lewis.
There's a big difference there, isn't there? 75 percentile is 5. 100% in Germany is 22. He ain't creating 22 for us. He ain't creating 10.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But that's where not all stats make sense. But I do like him. I do like Lewis Hall. He gets up the pitch very well, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, this is what we were saying about Diouf, where he just chucks a ball in. Now, some of them are huge chances, but go a begging for West Ham. So you could turn around and say, with a better striker, he created more chances because a striker's got to the ball. Sometimes when they're too slow to react, you create a great chance, but no one was there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go down as a chance created because no one was there.
Yeah. It's a funny one, isn't it? What are Bueno's stats? I don't think they'll be that good because Wolves were just fucking terrible. They hardly scored, did they? So
that's Wolves.
Yeah. He's not Santiago. He's either Santiago or whatever.
But there's a difference.
Hugo. Is it Hugo or Santiago?
It's Hugo Bueno. They're not brothers.
He create a lot of chances that someone didn't put away. As long as they get on the end of it, they've created a chance. That's where
that's him. Yeah, he's only 23, isn't he? Yeah.
He looks like a German porn star.
He looks like a porn star. That fucking mop.
Fritz.
Hello.
Fritz Bueno.
Yeah, terrible.
My Bueno. Hello.
2 assists. There you go. So he'll be better than Lewis.
He's already 1 goal, 2 assists, better than Lewis Hall. 1 less yellow card, but rated
no reds.
0.2 lower than Lewis Hall.
Embarrassing. He hasn't had a fucking red.
Let's look at big chances created. So he's on 6.
6. So 85%.
And 85.5.
So there you go. That's really interesting. So the difference between 5 and 6 is huge. It's 10%.
10%. I know, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Compared to all the other fullbacks
just
in the top 5 leagues.
Me, can we have a look at West Ham's Diouf?
Yeah, he dribbles well.
He's created more than both of those two put together.
Yeah, Bueno dribbles well and's got good duels.
Malik Diouf, West Ham United.
It is. That's more like it. He looks like an animal.
Senegalese, but his
Can't believe
transfer
you know that.
value, that's a different bracket now. We're talking 40.3 million euros.
Yeah.
Or a relegated
Probably because
player.
of his, look at his contract, 2030. So again,
Oh, yeah, that's he's pushed up by his money.
yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
And he's just about
And
to
that-
get relegated. 6
Zero
yellows,
red
no
cards.
reds.
Yeah.
But we don't see that many reds in the Premier League. Even Casemiro, didn't get sent off.
5
this season.
assists. 5 assists.
It's good.
5 assists. So we're already looking at the highest percentile.
Big chances created 5.
No, he won't be.
So
But
5 assists, and he created 5 big chances. I can't make that stat make sense.
no.
No, but not every assist is creating a big chance.
Good dribbler.
100%.
Someone
absolutely it
to
is,
take a
Jarvis.
shot and hit you in the back of your head, and it drops down to, I don't know how the
I'm sorry,
metrics are.
any assist has to go down as a big chance because it's a goal scoring opportunity.
But is it a big chance created? You know, like
Yes.
Bruno yesterday when he started to dribble and Nadalo took the ball off him and had one in the post. Did Bruno
That was
do
not a
anything
big-
rather other than losing the ball? So Bruno didn't create jack shit.
Oh, he did. And Bruno missed 4.
Well, I mean, look, Bruno got a fluky pass when Bruno's goal.
Which may have even deflected off a Dallo before hitting. So really, he shouldn't have it. But we give it to him because we all want him to get the award.
Me and John was having a giggle last night because I said that the Luke Shaw goal, Bruno put the cross in. I know it was headed out.
Yeah, did someone say that on TV, didn't they? One of them said he might get an assist for
He
that.
might get an assist for that. So I goes to Jarvis, what if Bruno hits the bar and he goes straight to Shaw? Shaw volleys it home. Is that an assist? Jarvis
Well, it's
goes,
not a shot on target, so in theory.
yeah. Jarvis goes, possibly. And I'm going, fucking hell.
Yeah.
So
like
tomorrow,
that
do you know
Dallo
what?
one earlier in the season, he miskicks it and plays Sesko through on goal.
Oh, well, no, yeah. But I mean, Bruno at one stage, we were talking about it yesterday. He got so wrapped up in trying to get 21. He fucking ruined the game, and I fear if I was Carrick, I'd drop him against Brighton.
There was that one for Ahmad, wasn't it? He delayed, and you're like, just roll him in, and because he's only on his left, roll him in, put his foot through it, and actually, he
somehow got it to Dallo, didn't he?
From outside the box.
Yeah, and he got somehow got it to Dallo. But me and Jarvis were saying, though, what happened? Right. I said,
is this foot mob trying to say that his first choice position now is centre back?
Yeah, I think so. I said,
but guys, let's just end this segment on big chances created because let's just end with Luke Shaw. Let's go out with a bang because was it who said I think it was Boxing who said
boxing.
the best of them all, Luke Shaw. so guys,
Luke Shaw scores goals. You don't create them.
On his day, he isn't wrong there. Boxing.
1 assist, 1 goal, 0 red cards,
9 yellows.
He'd be the complete player with a red card. Complete player with a red card.
So big chances created this season for Luke Shaw, 1.
And that's when he set himself up yesterday.
That's his goal. 24%.
24.1.
That must be about? Is that with minutes played then or something? No, it can't be. How many minutes has he played?
Well, no, that's so. If you work that out, that's basically we say it's 25%. That's 25% of the left backs in the Premier League have only created 1 chance, big chance. So we're not a full-back league, and we know that. It's solid back fours, and everyone else goes and plays in front. Yeah. But I am pretty sure I have seen Luke Shaw throw some great balls into the box from deep crosses that no one's got near. And that's what I'm saying about creating a chance. If no one's there because they haven't made the bloody run, like it's a very misleading stat. But
it's just sad. It's just sad reading Luke Shaw has created 1 big chance. It tells you a little bit about the state of our club.
Can I just say that Bueno, superb dribbler, I'm really good on Jules 1. I just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah.
Let's not make that,
I-
I'll just throw that in.
Could we do
And
it like
I
a
want
cheeky
some
bid on
fighting
like
on.
Art Nori, the guy who came from Wolves? He never
Yeah,
plays
you'd take
for
Nori.
City.
You'd take Nori. Yeah, why not? He's hardly played for City, so he's not as if,
I'm not taking City players.
No, okay. Then we should go for Kadioglu. Ferdet Kadioglu, the Turkish guy.
Who?
Skelly.
I know you're on about. Yeah, I know you're on about. I think we should go for Ryerson then.
Yeah, that's my first pick, Ryerson.
Let's get a stunner stair lift in and get Ryerson in.
Well, Man United is a club of Dennis Irvin, and we have had Patrice Evra. We have had so many attacking great fullbacks.
But my Man United 11 has Dennis Irwin in it.
Yeah, same.
Oh, you have prepared your all-time
11. Yeah, the Premier League era. I've done it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But guys, prepare your starting. Your all-time Premier League 11, Man United 11.
Yes.
I just want to say I have one more transfer update. We need to cover that one. And I also want to talk about the PGMOL apologizing to Nottingham Forest. So we have two more topics to cover before we go to the Q&A. So let's just start with the one on Gibbs White. So just let me find it. There we go. We all saw Gibbs White yesterday. He scored a good goal. It's Team Talk
really
reporting, but we know we have been linked several times, and it's either him or Roger Morgan, I suspect.
Morgan Rogers. Yeah.
So Man United have really strong interest in Morgan Gibbs White, but Nottingham Forest are confident.
Confident he'll stay.
I'm confident he will stay at the club this summer. Yeah. So again, is this a player you would take? Because I think he was really good yesterday.
If Manchester United come calling, Morgan Gibbs White saying goodbye. I would take him in a heartbeat. I think he's been excellent all season. And if you remember last year, the game was fizzling out, wasn't it? Until he got booked. Do you remember? He came in and he smashed Martinez on the byline, and he got up and he got booked and he was fucking fuming. Five minutes later, he's peeling away because he scored.
Yeah,
he lit the blue touch
past and bent one in.
Lit the blue touch paper in that game. I think he's been excellent this season. He's got a lot of spirit. He got a really nasty cut. He was concussed, I take him. He's going to cost a lot of money though. I think if you've got a chance to get in Anderson, if he's still on the market, I don't see us getting both. I see us getting one out the two of them. And I'd take Gibbs White. I think he's fantastic. He's industry. He's good. He's quick. He's fit. I like him. Him and Cunha, fucking hell, in the same team. They were brilliant for Wolves.
He's very versatile. He plays left, right, centered like a 10 striker. Yesterday, on paper, I think he was a left winger, but I think he played as a roaming 10. He was all over the place.
Everywhere. So was Anderson, by the way. Everywhere.
So far this season, he's had 14 goals and 4 assists.
And 1 booking.
Is this guy maybe a hidden gem?
Yeah.
Not really, because we all know about him, but
he's how old is he? Is he 20?
24, 25?
24, 26.
He's actually 26.
Good age for us. It's a good age for us.
Yeah.
What's his transfer value? 63.
And this is also interesting, 2028. So not the longest contract. Yeah.
So you're looking at about 80 million quid then, aren't you?
Yeah. 70.
But he's got stock. He has a lot of stock. I thought he might end up at Liverpool, to be honest.
Can I be the elephant in the room then? Who are you taking out of the team to play Morgan Gibbs White?
Ahmad. Easy.
You're not playing Mbumo?
Yeah, you're playing Mbumo. You're not. Sesko might not. If he's injured now, he's got to go to the World Cup. He might come back. He might get injured at the World Cup. I think you bring him in. I think he's the right player to bring in.
So Mbeumo has proven, if anything, he's not a front man because the blanks he's drawn playing him through the middle.
Yeah.
Morgan Gibbs-White is probably as Cunha-esque as we could have.
He's not a front man. He's a roving 10/8.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
which is where Bruno is. So you would have to fix him to one side. He wouldn't be able to roam.
Well, I it may well be that Bruno's, plays 30 games next season. Doesn't have to play 48, does he?
Yeah.
Or 50, or how many games he plays? He plays 30.
I like him, but I can't see right now we couldn't fit him into our team. There's too many other positions that need to be that money spent on.
But I think he's perfect. Get rid of Mount, bring him in. I think it'd be perfect for us. I think he's a player, looking at him yesterday and looking what he's done for Forest this year. 14 goals.
Yeah. And Mbeumo scored 15 last year and he hasn't scored that for us.
He's got it. What's he got? 8?
Cunha scored 15 as well from down there.
Can I just add something that no one has mentioned? These Nottingham Forest players, they have actually played the Europa League and the Premier League 2 times a week, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. And they also produce numbers. 36 matches, 3,000 minutes. I think that's strong and still producing. A lot of these players, they get injured or they gas out.
He'll go to the World Cup. He'll go to the World Cup.
They've had half their team out over the course of the year, rotating the players through. You've got Morgan Gibbs-White out at the moment and Morgan Rogers playing, or vice versa. That's how they had the whole season, wasn't it?
You got Hudson-Odoi out at the moment.
Had no players.
Yeah, you've got Hudson-Odoi out at the minute, and Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White was out injured earlier in the season. I think it'd be good for us. I like it.
So you are right. They have played 2, but they've got one of the biggest squads in Premier League.
And that's what we need. We've got to build our squad depth.
I wholeheartedly agree, but 80 million, because I agree with you, 60 to 80 million.
It's got to be 80.
We haven't got that money to spend on him right now.
No. We've got bigger fish to fry, but you're not going to get Anderson and Morgan Gibbs-White out of.
Well, you're not going to get that from any team in the Premier League. No, you ain't buying from any one team 2 players.
Yeah, you're going to get one, and that's it.
Yeah. But I don't know if I agree with you, Stu. You said you would go all in for Morgan Gibbs-White and not Elliot Anderson, but for me,
no. I said you only get one. I said you only get one.
Okay.
You can only buy one. If you either go in for whichever one you choose, you go all in for. But you'll only
because it's the same argument I had 2 weeks ago. Lewis Hall or Tonali. You ain't getting both.
No, you're getting one.
For me, it's Lewis Hall.
And you make your choice. Yeah. But Gibbs-White, I think if he doesn't come to us, Gibbs-White, he goes to Liverpool.
Yeah, I see him in a Liverpool shirt.
Stonewall for Liverpool. Goodbye,
but how much money did they spend on Florian Wirtz? 120 million. Plays basically the same position.
You use him as Salah's replacement.
Yeah, that's what they do.
No, that's Jared Bowen.
Gibbs-White will go. If they don't go for Jared Bowen, Liverpool, which they should, then Gibbs-White will be a brilliant position. If we go for Anderson and we got a chance of getting him, we don't go for Gibbs-White. So.
I do not think Bowen leaves. I think he, because of his ties now with family and that through West Ham, he goes down to bring them back up as captain next season.
Possibly.
Wholeheartedly, hand on heart, believe that. I think he would die for that club, and already.
Oh, yeah. Most likely. And he's also 29, so again, how many years left? Yeah.
But Liverpool did buy Chiesa, remember, and he's 30. What is he? 33.
Yeah, that worked out well for him, didn't they?
Well, it doesn't work. It's worked out well for him.
I didn't think he could be any shitter than he was at Juventus.
Yeah, but he was superb at Inter.
In Euros.
Yeah, it was off that Euros. After that Euros, he literally dived off the cliff. He didn't fall off the cliff. He threw himself off it and fell to free fall. Got
a new contract, got loads of money, getting paid decent at Liverpool now.
Disappeared. Maybe he was doping and they stopped doping him, and this is what he get now.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Last topic before we go to the Q&A, it's all about the PGMOL. So breaking PGMOL admit Manchester United's second goal during yesterday's game should not have been given. The PGMOL Chief Howard Webb has talked to Forest today and acknowledged the misjudgment. So Howard Webb is the guy apologizing to Nottingham Forest. You know, it's
Guy's a dickhead.
They've dropped the L for some reason, haven't they? I said last night, didn't I, Jarvis? There'll be a statement today saying there's a mistake. They made a
statement about the Arsenal goal.
No, nothing.
No, nothing about the Arsenal goal that was a West Ham game where obviously it's disallowed against us on the opening day, but allowed in that game. You know, not allowed in that game, but allowed in Arsenal's favour. Absolute bullshit. PGMOL could literally go and do one. They shouldn't exist.
They say what they want.
We know the referee. He made a call, and he went to VAR, called him, and he went to the screen, and he stood with his first call because he was referring to the rules. When he spoke in the microphone to the crowd, he said there was a undeliberate ball or whatever it's called to the hand.
Yeah, but
he's right.
But all handballs, right. But they're all. Nobody does it deliberately. Nobody handballs deliberately.
Luis Suarez did for Uruguay.
Yeah, but I'm talking this season. How many times have we seen this season? Right, the ball bounce up and hit a hand down here. All the time. You see it all the time, and not one of us. So please don't come in the chat and say you would. Not one of us would have taken it so well if it had been against us. If that had happened against us, and the goal was given, we'd all be fucking livid. Every single one of us. That's fucking bollocks. Blah 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 blah. So please don't anyone come in the chat and tell me you wouldn't, because you would. That is as blatant a handball as anyone has ever seen. And I know what the rules have said because I've read the rules as well. But it is as blatant a handball as you've ever seen. And we got away with one. And we should be happy we got away with it, which I am. But ultimately,
we got away with something that is actually the best understanding of the rules I've ever seen. Because it hits the defender's foot, pops off the defender's foot, and you can see it if you watch it slow enough, the spin on the ball changes. So that's how you know it hit the defender's foot. Pops up, hits his thigh, then hits him in the armpit. That is not deliberate. 100% you're correct, Stu. But there is not one person out there who can't say he gained control of the ball from it, right? The ball dropped at his feet.
Yeah.
So the letter of the rule states in build-up, I put it in the group chat for if the ball strikes a hand in the build-up towards a goal, it is handball. But it is very misleading and vague because it does not say which phase of play.
Oh, no.
And Arsenal got done, I think, 2 or 3 seasons ago. Declan Rice is running through on goal, ends up playing a pass, but while he's running, the ball pops up and hits his actual hand, which is pumping through the air. And they pulled it all the way back and said, well, it was handball in the build-up. Yeah. And everyone's like, are you taking the piss? Like, that's not handball. It didn't affect the goal, right? So then you take into the fact he has a shot, it hits a defender, and then drops to Cunha. For me, that's a different phase of play.
It's the same with the Sesko goal the other day. The goalkeeper palms it onto Sesko's hand.
Well, that was inconclusive. There was no clear.
No, the PGMO come out and said it shouldn't have stood.
But there was no conclusive evidence. They couldn't get the camera angle.
Yeah, but they came out and said it shouldn't have stood. So my point is, it's exactly the same as what we experienced yesterday.
Yeah,
and they're saying the goal shouldn't have stood. So there's two. So we've had 2 goals. They're saying shouldn't have stood. Both goals were given, but the fact that they said it shouldn't have stood for the Sesko goal when the goalkeeper palmed it out to his hand, which was here. What the fuck's he supposed to do?
Yeah,
you can't do anything. So nobody knows.
The handball rule should be the same for attack and defense, right?
Yeah,
because that's handball is handball. Always used to be. Growing up, it was whether you meant it deliberate or non-deliberate handball. Non-deliberate handball, it hit you on the hand. There's nothing you could do about it. But if this was a defender who was being accused of giving away a penalty, that wouldn't be given because we know it got kicked, it comes off the thigh and then hits him in his arm. Yeah, so you can be in an unnatural position, but he couldn't control where the ball hits him. They would not give the penalty.
Yeah, but that lies the problem. There's your problem.
Yeah. And for that reason, if that's not a penalty, then for the attacker, you could not disallow the goal. You have to have the same standard of play, right?
They were saying, what's his name? Jay Bothroyd was saying that if it happened in the centre circle, a free kick would have been given 10 out of 10.
I agree. I don't actually understand why it was given, but I like the fact the ref stuck with his decision, his interpretation.
He's the only one. Yeah, he's the only one.
Where he's gone, no, it's hit the foot, hit the thigh, then it's gone under his arm. It's not even one, it's a double deflection. But what is he meant to do? There's nothing he can do to get out of the way. And then they had 2 attempts to clear it. Okay, one was a strike to the face. I really like the decision. And I think that is the kind of decision where VAR can take 5 minutes to come to it. And you do look at it and go, well, what's your interpretation? I'm sticking with what I went with because that's how I saw it live. Okay. That is the way forward with VAR.
That'll never happen again. And we as United fans would have absolutely livid if it had gone against us.
Oh, you can't defend it going against you. But what I'm saying is, why have we got 2 standards of handball?
There is, and we shouldn't.
No.
There is.
There was an incident last season, Wolves, I think it was, where he goes to kick the ball, knocks it up, and as his hands are above his head, so he stretches his foot out, catches it, literally on the tip, and it pops straight up, hits his arm up here, but the ball was down near the ground, and he goes
Middlesbrough.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. You're like, well, it's not an unnatural position. He's stretching. You stretch, your arms go up, right?
Yeah, but again, you can't identify what's a natural position, what isn't a natural position.
No, but you can say if I stuck my foot out and it's deflected off my foot at ground level, straight up towards my arm in the air, I have not intentionally done that.
No. But to me, my natural position might be here. That might be my natural position. And who are they to tell me that isn't?
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's my natural position.
That runs, Sterling, who runs with a handbag.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. They've got to do, if the ball hits the area which we deem to be handball, whether it's accidental or not, it's handball, period. And that way,
I've got to be honest, I did need to see it a second time because at first I thought, although it hit him in the armpit, this rule about the shirt sleeve. Yeah, I was like, I think it's hit him in the armpit, on his shirt sleeve and his side.
Yeah,
but it just maybe about that on the ball. Yeah. And I was like, so really, it was a tight decision. That wouldn't, if you put your arm up and controlled the ball there and it hit that's not handball.
But even Cunha himself, you could tell. I thought he was.
He knew not to celebrate, didn't he? He's seen
guys, let's just go to the essence of this. If Howard Webb has to go to apologize to Nottingham Forest because the referee followed the rules of the game, the IFAB, IFAB's rules. I showed you the rules, and the rule states that if a player kicks, heads, or controls the ball and it accidentally rebounds onto their own arm, that alone is not an automatic handball under the modern interpretations. So that's the rule. And there are some specified guidelines under this, and it says whether the arm is in a unnatural position, as I would say it's not, whether the player made their body unnaturally bigger, let's say a defender dropping down to block a shot, it wasn't, and whether it was a deliberate movement towards the ball, it wasn't. He didn't try to go after the ball, and it's also about proximity and reaction time, and all of this, for me, I think the referee followed the rules quite well, both the written rules and the guidelines. So for me, why is Howard Webb going out and apologizing to Nottingham Forest? Because PGMOL always comes out and go by the rules. After the Martinez's pull in Calvert-Lewin's man bum, or whatever you want to call it, They clearly stated pulling of hair is considered violent conduct. It says so in the rule.
Jarvis, there is a different thing in the IFAB rules. The IFAB have made significant changes to the handball rules effective from the start of 2026. These changes reduce controversy and impact clarity for referees. The rule now provides a more precise definition of natural position for arms. The arms above shoulder height generally considered unnatural, regardless of intent. Only handball directly before a goal will result in an automatic cancellation. Match officials have the increased discretion to consider context, increased ball distance, reaction time, everything you just said, deflections. The threshold for VAR intervention has been adjusted to reduce overturn for marginal handball incidents. These changes will be implemented across all competitions under FIFA's judiciary. Including the Premier League, La Liga, Champions Leagues, and international tournament. So that is an actual thing straight from IFAB's change of the rules. He has implemented it, but what I will say is a well-known fact that the Premier League like to use their own interpretation of the rules and not IFAB's. There are multiple rules which
that's why I'm saying they are guidelines besides the written rules. And I mentioned the guidelines because
this is why we get punished in European competitions for international competition, things like that. And the last two, the Euros and World Cup, we did not have VAR or referees there because we could not follow IFAB's rules as written. We interpret them differently in the Premier League.
The issue is what this referee, by trying to interpret the rules, whether he's incorrect or not, and personally I think he's incorrect, are you telling me out of 37 games that each team has played to this point, he's the only one that knows how to interpret the rules in a referee? Absolute horseshit.
Maybe he's the only one who had the ball.
That's what it's all about, Stu. It's all about the interpretation of the rules. You know, it's always.
We also comment he's not a big name ref.
It's subjective decisions from the referee. So why?
How can they get it so wrong?
You know, I can't get why Howard Webb needs to go out and apologize because it's a subjective.
Because they've got it wrong. They've got it wrong all season.
Yeah,
that's
He's
why.
got it
now
right.
in game week 37, they go out and apologize because it happens against the.
But they've done it all season. They've done it all season.
Going back to Stu, you are so spot on. I get what you're saying. This referee has got it right by the IFAB rules, right? All the other decisions have been wrong throughout the season. We will go back to the Arsenal goal. Have you seen the interview done with the West Ham captain about it? Where he states they came in and told us one arm is okay on the player, two arms, no, it's a foul, and you will run the risk of having a penalty if it happens consistently. I'll warn you once, if it happens again before that corner's taken or the ball's in flight, it's a penalty. When have we seen that enforced? Every fucking player was told that. Even going down the leagues, we had the same conversation, and they don't enforce it. They tell you the rules, and then they referee with different rules.
They don't even enforce the 8 seconds goalkeeper rule anymore. They did it at the beginning of the season, all up and down, even in non-league football. Nobody enforces the 8-second goalkeeper rule anymore.
Oh, there's a stupid interpretation on that, which I don't agree with.
It's happened once.
It's down to the referee to interpret when he got control of the ball. And if a player of the opposing team is too close to him, the 8-second count doesn't start.
Exactly, but that's rubbish.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That. And so look, for me, it was handball. And I can't be convinced any otherwise, you know.
Because we've grown up knowing you've gained an advantage. It's dropped at your feet.
Yeah,
if it hit him here and bounced away from him, it's not handball. But it's dropped.
You can't have one referee, right, at the whole of the Premier League interpret the rules correctly and nobody else interpret it correctly. You can't have that.
Are you in agreement? He made the right decision based on the rules we've read out.
Yeah, but on the rules. But as Trev says,
the rules we've read out.
Yeah,
but common sense says, like I say, if it drops at your feet, you've gained an advantage, which is what it's always been. But if it hit him here and bounced away and Cunha overhead kicks it, did he gain an advantage? No.
No.
He doesn't get the shot off. It's not handball.
Unfortunately, it's happened 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15 times previously that has not been interpreted correctly. So that's why the rules are an irrelevance.
There was now a Tottenham one where he's swinging to hit it. It hits his hand, then he kicks it, and they disallowed it for handball. And it's like, well, he hasn't. The ball's just hit his hand. He couldn't control that.
And that's one example. There's tons of examples in the Premier League this year. And that's why I hate the handball rule. It needs to be, if it touches your arm, your hand, the end, penalty. It has to be. Or it's handball. It's got to be moving forward. I'm just, I was so annoyed.
Or you can just allow referees, that's my point, allow referees to make a subjective decision and not intervene when it's 50-50. You don't even know the rules. Come in and just point out to the referee that maybe something went on. And you know, for me, let the referee have subjective decisions then. I don't care.
No,
you know, because I know it's multi-layered. It's very difficult. You know, what's the natural position? What's the proximity? How long of time do you have to react? And all of this, you know, everything happens in a split second.
Yeah, but the referee won't necessarily make the same call twice for the same incident, because that's what subjective means. It's about how the game's flowing. Does it happen in the first minute? Does it happen in the 90th minute? That's why you can't got to take subjection out of it, and it has to be a black and white.
And I can live with that because I know they will never get it right. And this is why I think it's absurd of Howard Webb going out and apologizing. It's absurd because they will never get it right, because you will never have two situations that's 100% alike. There's always
but don't forget, look at what happened with Nottingham Forest and the referees last year. And this is another. They were the ones, weren't they? They had old Clattenburg there and everything. And
Well, no,
look, the rule. Clattenburg was right every time. He was right, whether you like the guy or not. He was still right in what he said. It was the right call or a wrong call. He was never wrong. And I actually do rate him as a ref, as a person, absolute dickhead. But as a ref, he was one of the best refs we had. But so was Howard Webb.
Yeah. Webb was good. Webb was good.
And I don't get it. But Webb's more of a businessman, isn't he? It's bring back old the Italian psycho.
Collina.
Get him in charge of the refs and and IFAB, because what that guy says goes, right? Because I ain't arguing with him, and he is the lawyer. You know, he's everything. And the reason
Neymar's made the World Cup squad, by the way. Neymar got him.
He did.
Yeah. So did Cunha. So did Casemiro. Alisson, Edison, and Weatherton.
No, Edison in midfield. The one we're looking at. He was not in the last squad.
No. Nope, he's
That's
not
good
in.
News. That means we can get him in for pre-season training.
Rafinha, Endrick.
I think this is actually a good observation, a good question from Boxing Straight Talk. Do you think the rules are so subjective because they want to be able to have an element of control over the outcome?
In the Premier League, yes. And because I know for a fact they're less subjective when you read the actual...
You can't have subjective rules, not with millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds on the line. You can't have it. Because if that referee is faced with the same incident on Sunday and he doesn't give it the same way, and he rules for a free kick this time, what's the point of him taking the place as a referee? You can't have subjection. You can't have it. The rules are guys black and white.
We all played the game. We played the game back in the days, Stu, and you hardly never got a penalty because of a handball. Now in the modern days of football, you have a penalty because of a handball, let's say every 5th game or something, every 4th game.
No, I disagree with that.
Back in the days, you have a penalty, you could play a whole season and there would never be a penalty for a handball.
Jarvis,
And that's why.
you don't
That's
get a penalty
because
because of the
because
referee.
every time it hit the ball, hit the hand or the arm or whatever, the ref let it go, because a blatant handball is like stretching out, trying to reach for the ball, trying to take the ball,
Yes.
trying to block the ball. And when the players are not doing it, leave it be. That's my interpretation of the game and how it should
Right.
be.
That's how it should
Because
be.
that's the
how it should
intention
be.
of the handball
Yeah.
rule.
That's how it should be.
You're
If
both
you
missing the
deliberately
point.
try and handle it, then that's it. Good night. Penalty, free kick. You blow
Right.
the whistle.
The referee doesn't give the fucking handball. VAR gives all those penalties for handball.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter, Mark. It's still a waste of time.
No, so Jarvis is right. That's still there. The referee's not giving it. He can't see it. It's too quick. It might
It
flip.
doesn't matter if it's VAR, the referee, the fourth official, God him fucking self. The rules have to be, did it hit your hand? Yes or no? The end. Because if you go through all fucking 1 point A, 1 point B, 1 point C, 1 point D, 1 point fucking 8, it's a waste of fucking time. Did the ball hit your hand? Yes or no? If it did, in a designated area, it's a free kick. If it didn't, move on. That's how it has to be. Because you can't trust referees moving forward. Because that guy who may or may not have made the right choice at the weekend, if that goal had sent West Ham down or Tottenham down.
Mm.
Well, it has.
No, I know.
It's relegated by Arsenal's goal. It's relegated West Ham, and it's a fact.
I know. And there's about
3 players before it gets to the keeper. It
I
should
know,
have been a
there's about
penalty.
50 other examples this season where, penalties have been given and penalties have not been given for the same fucking thing.
Mm.
Can't have it. It's got to be, did it hit your hand? Yes or no? The end. In my opinion.
What you're talking about is an outstretched arm, and you see a clear deflection off the arm, and it's gone in an unnatural deflected thing, so you knew it hit an arm, and that's why you had less penalties and things like that. Bear in mind, Andy Cole, all those goals he scored, took 1 penalty, right? So we know there was a lot less penalties for one of our best goal scorers, never took a penalty.
Yeah, that's true.
So the ball was in play and it hit someone, and then someone just tapped in the rebound. They didn't go looking for a penalty and appealing to VAR. Like, ref, check it. Was it across the line? Check it. It's like now they're reliant on technology rather than actually just switching on and putting the ball back in the net.
You need to scrap VAR.
What I will say to everyone watching, I would recommend to everyone watching, read the IFAB rules. If you ever got 5 minutes, just the main rules like, handball, and then look at how the Premier League use them, and you'll realise that we don't follow the rules as written.
But the
because they have other guidelines and they go through it before every season and say, this is where we should focus this season on this and that, and time wasting or whatever.
Follows IFAB's rules. Every other league follows IFAB rules. They don't try and fucking do their own interpretation. It's black and white. Then when they go into tournaments, they're working to the same rules in the Champions League, Europa Conference, the fucking European Cup, the World Cup. Yeah, England.
That's
we
why
go in and go.
But that's why the rules have got to be black and white. The rules have to be black and white moving forward. So we're not having
like the stud showing, Stu. Showing.
Yeah.
That is a black and white rule. Outside of the Premier League, everyone gets punished the same way. If you go in with studs up, you basically, it's an instant yellow card. In the Premier League, it's force.
Yeah.
Force of the tackle because the Premier League's faster.
But it is the force, but it's not right. Those aren't, that's our own interpretation. It's wrong. So
because if I kick those studs, Stu, my force, so he doesn't come with much force, but I kick him and he breaks my metatarsals. Because his studs were up. He didn't come with any force. But if his toe was down, I probably either would have missed his foot or I probably would have broken his foot by making contact with his toes.
Nuts. It is nuts.
Yeah. It's been a lively debate, and I want to thank the two contestants, Stu and Mark, for giving us a brilliant debate on this. But I wanna go into the Q&A session because it's already been 2 hours. So how many minutes do we have, Stu? 10 minutes?
Yeah, I got 10. I can do 10. Before we do that, I want to give you my 11. My Man United Premier League 11.
Yes.
And here we go. Goalkeeper, you won't be surprised to know, Michael. My right back is Paul Parker.
No.
My two centre halves are Rio Ferdinand and the one and only Stevie Bruce. Dennis Irwin left back.
Yeah.
I've gone with Beckham and Giggs on the wing. Although I will point out that Steve Coppell would have been in it if I could have gone outside the Premier League, but I didn't. My two centre midfield is Robbo and Scholes. I've gone with a 4-4-2. And there's only two to go up front, isn't there? Ladies and gentlemen, Cantona and Big Rude.
So no Wayne Rooney in your team?
No, I've gone for a balanced team.
Okay.
Well, you can't put Rooney over Rude.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true.
Because don't forget, Rude scored what 146 goals in.
You can go with the 8-4-3-3 then and play 3 forwards.
No,
Ronaldo. No Ronaldo in your team. Also,
no. I've got no Ronaldo.
I got to admit, my team's not much different to Stu, and because my team's always in my head for it's Schmeichel, Gary Neville at right back over Parker.
Could have gone either way, I think.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Then I have Rio and Yapstam.
Yeah.
Okay. Dennis Irwin left back.
Of course. I mean,
yeah. Beckham and Giggs.
Yeah.
Then in midfield, Brian Robson and Roy Keane.
Close. Yeah.
Okay. And then up front, I have Ruud van Nistelrooy and Eric Cantona.
Yeah. Nice balance there, Mark, as well. Nice balance.
Yeah, you both had great teams.
You can't have fucking Brian Robson. He played 1 year in the Premier League, therefore I can have him. He played the inaugural year in the Premier League.
Yeah, Steps. I thought Stu was going to name the '94 team then. Bruce.
Well, did you hear that the other day? I think it's Schmeichel says. Everyone goes on about the 2008 and the 99 team, and a lot of them think the 94 team was the best team they had. Now, when I'm doing strikers, I could have gone Cantona and Sparky up front.
Yeah, no problem with Sparky. Yeah, well,
no one would bat an eyelid at that.
No, Sparky was in, Premier League. Go on, Jarvis. Here you got me, old mate. Oh, didn't you do it?
No, well, I thought I had it in my head. So, but when you guys started talking, you got me confused a little bit. But okay. Van der Sar in goal. Just because I think he would fit the modern type of footballer better. And also, he saved us in the Champions League final. I would go with Evra. I would go with Irvin. I would go with Rio Ferdinand and Vidic. I would love to go with one of the older ones, but again, I think they are levels. I'm just judging the players for the players, not their history and stature. Left winger Ryan Giggs. I would go with Keane and Scholes. On the right side, Beckham, and on top, I would go with Cantona and Rooney.
And Ronaldo?
No.
You got to remember, a lot of people say Ronaldo, but really, we created Ronaldo. The rest he went on to do once he left us.
Yes.
We created that Ronaldo.
Yes. All three good sides. And they've all got their merits, actually. But I actually think mine would win.
I don't. Mine would win.
Okay.
Mine
we'll see about that, Stu.
Because I've gone for a goal scoring centre half in Steve Bruce.
Yeah, Stan.
No, but he's not Bruce-esque, is he, when it comes to goals?
They got to get through my midfield of Roy Keane and Brian Robson. Good fucking luck with that.
Well, Scholes couldn't tackle, so try getting through that. Of Robbo and Scholes.
They'd be too busy pinging 70-yard balls fucking everywhere.
And then you Beckham to Ruud van Nistelrooy. Cheers, thanks.
Yeah, we both got that though.
Yeah, next.
We've only got
Next.
I had Gary Neville, you had Parker, and I've
Yeah.
got
Parker, I was pleased with.
Keane over Scholes
Yeah.
and Yatstam over Bruce.
Over
Otherwise,
Bruce.
our team's the same.
Yeah. A Giggs one side, rude, thanks. Beckham the other side, rude, thanks. No problem. No problem.
And what's that? He took it to feet. Oh, we'll turn and run at you as well.
Next.
Yeah.
Every time the ball came in next. Right then, get your teams in the chat after.
I did think Kanchelskis. There's a few Kanchelskis shouts in there.
Oof,
I did think
Kanchelskis.
You Kanchelskis for speed, but I've looked at mine. I mean, those are that's a team that would excite me, and I think that beat City today, no problem.
But I have to admit, as a striker, one of my favourite finish was the Poporski chip, where he scoops it over the striker.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get into my 25. Subs wise, I didn't put any subs down, but obviously Rooney got on the bench.
There's no subs. It's no subs. It's just the best 11. That's the task, guys. And I just want to read out Trevor's team. He said the Schmeichel, Irvin, Stam, Vidic, Paul Parker, Beckham, Keane, Scholes, Giggs, Van Nistelrooy, and Cantona.
See, it's interesting, isn't it, how people view.
Yeah. And Johnny K comes in and says Schmeichel, Neville, Ferdinand, Vidic, Irvin, Beckham, Keane, Scholes, Giggs, Rooney, and Andy Cole. Andy Cole.
Why not?
Right. I couldn't argue anyone saying to take someone out. There you go, Cantona and Hughes. But Andy Cole, Mark Hughes, or...
To be honest, you can't argue with either. Anyone that puts a side out, you can't argue with any of it.
Or Rooney,
no.
Really.
You can't do it because nobody's put Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in there.
But look at Stephanie putting in Mark Hughes.
Yeah, that's right.
I 100% agree with you, Steph. I could reverse it, and I've named my 11, right? I could go Van der Sar, Paul Parker, Vidic, Steve Bruce, Patrice Evra, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kanchelskis, Paul Scholes, alongside him, Jason Park, because I think he was absolutely underrated. Up front, Wayne Rooney and Mark Hughes. There's 2 11s.
Well, you could put Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in there. You could put.
That's what I mean, without even naming them. That's the Man United we live with.
Gary Pallister.
Growing up with.
Yeah, Gary Pallister. You could easily put him in there.
Guys, the task for next Monday's Jarvis's Corner is the most underrated all-time starting 11 Man United.
Ooh,
underrated.
Underrated, yeah. Underrated, like John O'Shea, Jason Park, whatever, So
yeah.
Next Monday, guys.
Okay, superb. Right, let's do a Q&A before I get shot.
Let's do the Q&A.
Yes, we can do 10 minutes of Q&A. Yeah.
Okay, let's play the jingle and start going with Q&A.
Here we go, guys. We've got about 10, maybe 15 minutes if I'm feeling generous. But we're going to have to be quite quick with the answers because I do want to get through a load of questions. And we are going to start off with Trevor Wade's. And this is really quite cool. If you had to be called a different name, what would you like to have been called? And Stu Shirley doesn't count. But I do. I have an alter ego. I will tell you my alter ego. What would be your alter ego name? Jarvis. You've already got it.
It must have been
Rick
Astley.
You've already got your alter ego.
Yeah, Jarvis. You are Jarvis Cocker. That is your alter ego.
That's your alter ego.
Or Rick Astley.
Mark,
yes.
Who would you be?
Going on the theme of the last sort of 2 weeks show, obviously with the time questions and that I've had, I'm going to go with God. because apparently that's what I would travel back in time and persuade people I was.
That is true. My alter ego is
Dirk
Jason
Diggler, ladies and gentlemen.
Dirk Diggler, ladies and gentlemen.
Dirk.
Jason Stewart is my alter ego. Jason Stewart.
Yeah, okay.
It's got a film star, and I have that film star persona. So
it's not Ronnie Pickering.
no, it has been once or twice. Great questions to start off with, Trev. They are really good questions. I like that. What else have we got? Trev's put a load in, so as usual. So we'll come back to some of Trev's. Oh, Bilal says, Mark, we'll start with you on this one. Who is the most underrated player in the Premier League currently? I mentioned him last night for me, but I'll be interested to see what you two come up with. It's a really good question.
Maybe Sander Berge for me personally. I'm just giving it a shout. Yeah.
I might shock a few people here. Shu, you just read out the Brazil team, and there was one name you didn't read out, and I don't know if it didn't jump out at you. It just proves he's underrated.
Oh, go on then.
João Pedro.
Oh,
He's been left out of the Brazil squad for the World Cup.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets the plaudits he should get because, that I know a lot of people who speak very highly of him from when it obviously.
Yeah,
when
Pedro, Chelsea, yeah. No, interesting.
And now he's at Chelsea and that. He's
he
very underrated. Very underrated as a striker.
He didn't make it. I know Ahmad's been picked for Ivory Coast. And of course, Bowendy has been picked for Turkey. Ethan Ampadu. Spoke about him last night.
Yeah, very good. At least.
Hugely underrated.
He's like one of their best players.
He's been absolutely phenomenal this year, Ethan Ampadu.
That's
second half of the season, I think he's been absolutely brilliant. So, Jarvis. So we've gone with Sanderberg, João Pedro from Mark, and Ethan Ampadu for myself, Bilal. I know you're listening in the background, and you've got a question for Jarvis, and that is, would you sign Sanderberger if you couldn't sign anyone else?
Yes. Sign Sanderberg. Save the money for the January transfer window, and we will come good. Sanderberg will he will definitely be the best midfielders, and he would unlock Kobe Mainoo. We have just seen the beginning, So yeah.
So Sanderberg. So there you go. Right. Mark, one for you. Marani, if I've not butchered your name. Marani?
Lavani. Well, that's his first. Mureni Lavani, that's his name. So
okay. So we'll go with Mark. Can we compete next year with a front line of Sheshko, Cunha, Ahmad, and Mbuemo?
100% not. Yeah, we need another striker to rotate with Sesko, and Mbuemo can't play through the middle, in my opinion. Maybe Cunha could, because if you flip that, don't forget you got Dorgu, you got Bruno in there. Ahmad and Mbuemo would swap, and we could bring through a young striker, which I don't think are any already. And when I say young striker, I'm only talking about Obi.
He's not ready.
But he's nowhere near ready, and he's proven that. And when push has come to shove in the last few big games for the under-18s and the 21s. So, no, I don't think we can. And I've said, haven't I? How many times on here I said it's 3 midfielders, a left back, and a striker.
You have, yep.
But if Carrick is given the job, I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. My gut feeling is keeps Rashford.
So
he has a connection with him from a child.
He does. Rumours come out tonight, hasn't it? Just I think that Rashford is prepared to try and take 40% wage cut to stay at Barcelona. That's the rumour.
He's just won the league title. Why wouldn't you? You've just won a league title.
I think he scored 14 goals, 14 assists.
Yeah, but he could have had fucking double that with some of the misses he made. 14
goals, 14 passes. I think he would.
What was his chance of creation out of that 14?
I don't know. 1%, I think.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure. Good question, though, Marani. Jarvis, have you got anything to add on that?
No, I think no. I'm good.
No, I agree with that.
I'm just answering a couple of questions to the guys in the chat by writing. Yeah.
You carry on. Right. Let's see. Oh, story. So this one's for you, Jarvis. I do not like Lamans trying to be like Beckenbauer. What a player Beckenbauer was, by the way. 2 matches now. He's not done this before. One of many good things with him. Do you think the risks are too big and not that much gain? So,
I get where you're going. You know, he had 2 poor passes in the last 2 games. Miraculously, Kobe Mainu managed to save him this time, but last time we conceded a goal. I just see it as I don't think we are pressing him to be trying to play more expansive and playing out from the back. I think just his confidence has gone a little bit up, and he tries things he's not good enough to do yet. So again, keep on trying. You will fail sometimes, but I would like him to don't stop trying to play out from the back, and especially finding the number 6. Yeah.
Story. Just so you know where I'm coming from. I'm old school. I hate this playing out from the back malarkey. It doesn't excite me at all. I like to mix it up a bit, but modern day, as Jarvis explained to me last night, modern day football is what it's all about. Trying to find pockets as deep as you can. I like the pockets up in the opposition penalty area and the final third. That's where I like the pockets. But maybe it'll change again. I'll get my old-fashioned proper number 9 back. We get back to 4-4-2 football. I would love that.
But the fact is that became predictable. So therefore, now you got to change it up. You got a plan A, B, and C.
Yeah. Trev says, if you had to get a new hairstyle for each panelist, what style would you choose for them? So, right. Jarvis would choose mine. I'll choose Mark's, and Mark can choose Jarvis's. Okay.
There you go. Easily done.
And by the way, Mark, I'm going to stitch you up. So just be warned.
Me? Well, I'm used to this now.
Okay. So if I had to choose Mark a hairstyle, he's going to love this. I'd like you to go back to the 1980s. I'd like you to think of a particularly left-footed footballer. Bit of a Geordie accent because it was Geordie. England left winger, a Newcastle favourite, but ended up having a really good career out in Marseille. And he had
Chrissy Waddle.
He had the Chrissy Waddle perm, and I think basically it was a perm at the back and straight at the top.
Hang on.
That's it. So I would
business up front and party in the back. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can do something like that with my hair.
I would give Mark the Chrissy Waddle perm. That's what I would do.
Yeah, if I should choose for Stu, I think I would gone for David Beckham, Real Madrid. You know,
what? That was a shaved head, wasn't it?
No,
mohawk,
like the man bum thing.
Man bum. He's going with the man bum. Yeah,
I was going to go with David Beckham curtains for Stu.
I thought you were going to go with the David Beckham mullet, to be fair, but the man bun's just as bad.
And for Jarvis, I'm taking this one because if I'm getting stitched up with a Chrissy Waddle,
Jarvis is for you. Yeah.
Jarvis, you're going to love this, and you got to do this. You're getting the R9.
The lip. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Fuck me. Yeah, that's good. That's good, that one. Yeah, the R9.
I could do an Elvis, yeah.
King Carrick says, I wouldn't look at a place employees to bar in Place Academy 4 with the mohawk. You're absolutely right. The blue, the gay bar. The blue.
Who was that footballer who had the massive mohawk? Played in Italy, didn't he? Winger.
Yes, Slovak. What's his name?
What's his name?
Big mohawk. He did look good. I've got to be honest. If to pull that off.
Yeah, Trev, that's a great question. A lot of fun for us all, and We've all stitched each other up big time here because those are hairstyles none of us would want. But the waddle perm, actually, I thought the waddle perm was good until you beat me with the Ronaldo lip. I think the Ronaldo, the R9 lip has got to be, it's got to be the one. Absolutely brilliant. Helga's come in with a question to all of us individually. Yeah, big up Helga. Within reason, if you could pick your dream 3 CMs to buy in the summer, who would you pick? Mark, we'll start with you.
Edison.
Marek Hamšík, by the way, is the guy with
Hamšík. That's him.
Yeah,
Hamšík. Yeah.
Thank you, Helga.
Yeah.
That's him. That's him. Yeah.
Edison, Walton, and Heumann.
Okay. Jarvis?
Sander Berge, Elliot Anderson, and Matheus Fernandes.
Belaber, obviously. Anderson, because he really impressed me last night with his crossing ability. Matheus Fernandes as well. That would be my 3.
No, you would have picked Anton Stach. I think he's one of your.
If I had to pick 3, though, because Stach is in there. Yeah, Stach is part of my fear, isn't he? I do like Stach, but I think Fernandes over Stach for me because of his age.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I still look back what we picked last Monday with those stats, Jarvis, and we covered out of 8 different percentiles, we covered 6 of them off with 3 players.
That could
we
work.
Created almost a perfect midfield. It might not work because, like you said, they might run into each other, but on paper, it was the perfect midfield and achievable.
Yeah, and that was Tchouaméni, Sangare, and
Sangare. I forgot about Sangare.
Yeah, Sangare, Tchouaméni, and Mainu in that. But I said take Tchouaméni out and put Belaber in with Sangare and Mainu. That was the perfect 3 for me. But one of those. So
the fact is, guys, it's not names; it is profiles. We need someone who can win all day long and kick the shit out of people and get a red card.
Lovely question, Helge. As always, mate. The Queen, Stephanie, my darling, she's in. Queen Stephanie is in. Love you loads. She goes, if you could change the outcome of one United... Ooh, wow. If you could change the outcome of one Manchester United game, which one would it be and why?
This season or...
No, one United game. Ooh. Wow.
Oh, 7-0 against Liverpool.
Wow.
Oh, for me, it would have been the Nani red card Real Madrid semi-final. I think we had a good team.
Was that a flying kick? He's trying to pull the ball out of the air.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrendous. He knew nothing about the player being there. It was a red card, though.
Yeah, but if we should have won that, we could have gone to the Champions League final. I think we had a good team that season.
Oh, Jarvis, I'm just thinking back how the guy had no clue there was going to be a player there. It's a great bit of skill to pull the ball out of the air.
Yeah, it is, yeah. That is really, Steph, that is an amazing question. And that's going to take a bit of thought for me because I've been very fortunate enough to see Manchester United all over the globe. And I'm watching the team since I was 7. So that takes a lot of thought for me.
I find it quite funny. For that reason, I go 7-0. That's just pure embarrassment to the club.
No, I understand that. Well, yeah, I
think about it and go, either the Champions League finals we lost to Barcelona, and things like that. And
the Barcelona
Champions my earliest memory, Steph, if I may indulge you on this one, my earliest memory of Manchester United being thrashed was when we got beat 6-0 by Ipswich. Away, and Gary Bailey saved 2 penalties. So that would have been in the 80s. And that was the first time I experienced football bullying at school. So I'm going to go with that one, Steph, because I was the only Manchester United fan. I was at Lilleshall School. So it would have been late 70s, very early 80s, very early 80s. And we were beaten 6-0. But Ipswich had a brilliant team. They had Alan Brazil, John Walk, Eric Gates,
A load of extra United players.
Yeah, they had a fantastic team. Paul, I think it was Paul Mariner in goal. They had a brilliant team. Anyway, or no, it wasn't Paul Mariner in goal. I can't remember the goalkeeper, but they had a brilliant team. So that would be mine because I was had the piss ripped out of me big time. So,
I changed my answer to the Villarreal Europa League final under Ollie. I think he deserved to win a trophy before he left. So yeah, I would have that one.
Steph remembers that game. It was sweet when we beat them 9-0, yeah. 6-0, it was horrendous. Great question, though, Steph. I mean, what a question that is.
Stu, you talk about bullying. Actually, I could change my answer to losing to Everton in the FA Cup final back in 94, 96?
95.
95. It was around that time, wasn't it?
We
were in the FA Cup final every bloody year back then, weren't we?
Paul Rideout scored, didn't he?
Yeah, and obviously so many Liverpool fans around, and the shit you got. How the fuck do you lose to Everton? And just constantly laying into you for losing to Everton.
Yeah. Right, couple more questions to go because we've been going 2.5 hours, so we'll do a couple more questions because I love the questions. That's so cool. Anyway, I got to scroll back up because I saw one early. Yeah, here it is. So this is from Thomas. And Thomas says, Mark, you can go with this to start with. If you could decide which direction would you like to see the club going in? Favourable director of football, coach, etc. Reasonable directions and decision that will get the club in the right direction. So he's saying if you could choose a direction in which the club goes, would you choose Carrick as coach and would it be Wilcox as director of football?
So I would want a director of football like the Atletico Madrid one. I can't think what his name is, but I think he's a very, very good director of football. And coach, no, I wouldn't go. I think me and Stu have spoken more than enough on coach direction on this channel. But if it's not Ancelotti, it's got to be someone like that. If you want to move this club forward, Carrick, it will be a stopgap for now until we find someone better. And you only get a good director of football with a good manager, because you never know which one's the right one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and what is the right direction? We have a direction as fans, but that's not necessarily what the club want.
Just before you come in, Jarvis, I'll go quickly. I would like Ranier back. Simple as. In a DOF role. I'd like him back. Yeah, as a DOF, director of football or technical director, whatever you want to call it, because he knows and he would be the right one, I believe, to push us forward. I think him and Vivell, head of recruitment, would work nicely together. So I think that'd be a great combination. And, I'm not going to go with coach because everybody knows my thoughts on the coach. So, yeah. Jarvis, my old mate.
Yeah, I think you covered it, but for me, it's only one direction, and that's get United off the New York Stock Exchange, get the Glazers out, and I don't want to be run by billionaires. I want us to be like Bayern Munich. I want us to be on the 51 plus the 50 plus 1 rule. I want the fans to be the decisive vote of a big club like Man United, because basically we are the fans now, and we have
never worked in the Premier League.
Well, you can say that, but for me, I would rather us doing that than being owned by the Glazers. I don't want us to be part of the New York Stock Exchange. I don't want us to be listed. I want us to be a club owned by the fans. That's the direction I want to go in.
Yeah,
I love the fan ownership model, right? But it's very true to say that if you look at the clubs that are owned by fans, they seem to be the best in their league by a country mile. Would they want to be owned by fans if they were mid-table or pushing towards relegation because it all went tits up? They wouldn't. They want to be sold and money invested in the club.
Yeah. One more question, guys. So it's just, I want to go with one more question.
Yeah. Okay.
Me too, but I'll meet him.
That's okay.
It's not even mine.
It's from Jamie. And Jamie says, and the reason I want to, because I know you've got something to say about this, Jarvis, and that is, what are your thoughts on Steve Holland staying?
Go on then,
yeah, quickly, there was an update on this one, and the update came out. So thank you, Jamie, for reminding me. that not only Carrick but Steve Holland has also signed a new contract at Manchester United, seem as a crucial figure into Carrick's backroom staff. So Holland stays and put pen to paper until June 2028 plus 1 year option. And I've talked about this a couple of times, and I don't think it's the right choice. But you can have more assistant managers or coaches in your staff, so it's not entirely Steve Holland that I'm pointing at. I'm not sure that Woodgate is good enough. I'm not sure about Johnny Evans. I'm not sure about the under 21 coach. What's his name? Can't. So again,
Travis Bishop or something like that.
Yeah, Travis Binion. Travis Binion. Yeah.
Travis Binion. Yeah.
So I think we need more experienced guys who knows, because we are not Middlesbrough, we are Man United, we are a big club. No offense to Middlesbrough guys, but we are Man United. There's so much scrutiny, and you have to perform at your highest level at all times. So this is where I see. So I'm not sad because Holland stays, because at least he has some experience, but I think we need other voices who have some experience, who can come in and challenge both Carrick and Holland when the tough gets going.
Good call. Good answer, Mark.
I'm over the moon that Steve Holland has stayed. I think he balances Carrick well. Carrick attacking and Holland defensively. Stephen Holland comes with so much respect in the coaching field, and the way he's coached through the PFA and done his things. Chelsea, everything outside of Chelsea that he's done, there's not one person who doesn't speak so highly of him as a coach, and the way he can come across to different people, different nationalities, everything. He makes it really clear. But I am with Jarvis. Woodgate, no. Evans, no. I don't have a problem with having ex-United players on the board, on the coaching staff. But where's our specific attacking coach? There was talk of the Ten Hag's coach coming back in as a set-piece specialist, maybe.
Yeah.
When you look at these teams, Jarvis made a point earlier about Man City having all these coaches coming up. We got Heinzer on the bench at Arsenal. There's ex-United coaches and players popping up everywhere.
He's on the bench at Arsenal, isn't he? Yeah.
But the flip side is the best coaching staff you can have is people that challenge each other, and they might do that, and that gets them towards the best decision. No one's going to get it right every time. Pep doesn't win every single game, and that's proven. You can have great runs, and then someone susses out your tactics. You've got to change them next time. So you don't always need the best, but I do believe we should be looking for someone in all aspects going through We're very small coaching staff compared to other teams.
Yeah. I think no, I agree with that. I agree with Steve Holland, by the way. I know of him. I know he's a great coach. I would like to see an assistant manager come in, and an official assistant manager, and I'd like to see 2 coaches added to the coaching team. So I agree with both of you. I think the coaching team is way too small for a Premier League football club, and we need an assistant manager so that Carrick can go off and manage the club and the team. An assistant manager who can handle the day-to-day stuff with his elite coaches, and then coaches underneath. I'd like to see Davide Ancelotti come in. No problem.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
Yeah, what's wrong with
I'd
that?
like to see him come in. And that's what we need.
I agree. You need a defensive coach, a midfield coach, an attacking coach, an overall coach who structures it all together, the manager, the assistant manager, the fitness guide. Where's our backroom stuff? Why have we not got 20 people on the bench like we're looking at the teams at the top who have?
I mean, we've done it, but the thing is, we've let some really good coaches go out the window. Kieran McKenna at Ipswich, he's doing absolutely brilliantly. We don't know what's going to happen with him. He's probably likely to get relegated again, isn't he? Because Ipswich doesn't have the finance or the wealth. Why can't he come back in? I know he's a manager now, and therein lies the problem. I'm a number 1. I don't want to go back to being a number 2. He'd be a brilliant assistant manager. Absolutely fucking brilliant. He would be top draw. There are people out there, but we won't get them. So Carrick's got to get this right. It's all right signing him, but he's got to get underneath him right. He's got to be able to manage the club without being on. But I don't want to see Carrick on the training pitch. I'll tell you, Fergie never went out there because he trusted McLaren. He trusted Kyrgios. That's why Keane hated Kyrgios, because Fergie was never around. It was always Kyrgios. You know, Muhlenstein, Brian Kidd, you know, and he had Walter Smith come in. Walter Smith wasn't too humble. He'd come down and be assistant manager, you know, manager of Rangers, multiple titles at Rangers. But
I've said many a time, bring Wayne Rooney in as the attacking coach.
Yeah, do something.
The club's all-time greatest goal scorer, bring him in as the attacking coach. You don't want to listen to him, put up numbers bigger than him, because that's the only way you can stop him.
Wayne Rooney, right, is training at the moment. He's hired a coach in to coach him for fucking Soccer Aid, for fuck's sake.
He's been training with Bruno.
I know, for Soccer Aid.
Fucking Bruno Fernandes.
For Soccer Aid. That's what an elite footballer does.
But I'm the same. I can't play a charity match without fucking. As soon as I know, that's it. We're back out. We're running.
He goes training, and that's what an elite footballer does. So, yeah, sorry. Right. Anyway,
well, I'm just thinking of you, Stu. I can sit here for two more hours. You know, I'm just.
No, I must.
I want to have you on the next show too. You know, not today.
Yeah. Right. Can I just say that the questions that you guys are giving us are getting better and better and better and better and better. Trev's brilliant questions, Bilal's questions, Steph's question tonight was just top fucking.
If you were a journalist, that would be what football transfer would you have loved to have broken? Yes, so many good questions. I like this one from Helge. Are you worried about how much Carrick knows and loves Maguire, Dallow, and Shaw, working with all of them previously? Brilliant question. Well, you know, it takes at least 10 minutes. It's
We'll start
this one from Stephanie. Do you think Casemiro will ever become an elite manager? Yes.
Yeah.
Great questions, guys. Great
questions. The one you asked about a journalist, that one, because I know which one I would want. But anyway, I'll put you in the hot seat, old friends.
Yes, and, it's time to wrap up the show. It's been we have been a massive show, 2 hours, 41 minutes. The topic of the night was Pep Guardiola leaving Manchester City, and also we have Maresca coming in. So it's been a brilliant debate, and you know, we will probably talk more about it, you know, during the next couple of weeks. So it is what it is. The top contenders tonight is Das, and in the chat, Trevor Wade, Is It Just Me, Jonica Mode, I Am Titanium Boxing, Straight Talk, Nas, Dan ILP, Story, Yalmal Mean, Niche Fan, Helge, coming in late, but coming in good with a lot of comments. King Carrick, Thomas Vedinos, Grace Sheridan, Danny B, The Bootinator, all of you, Tyrone. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the community and the channel. And we have, how many likes do we have? Is it 68, 69 likes? 69, dude. That's Mark's number, good. 69.
Oh, yes. So, Mark, you're still in with a shout.
Yes.
I expect no less.
Do you know what? I was saying to Jarvis last night, just before Jarvis closes the show, Jarvis chased 55 points, yeah? Manchester United landed on 55. Yeah. If we'd drawn yesterday, right, we'd have been on 66 points with my score. Yeah. And if we won the final game, we'd have been on your score. So at some point in the season, we were all...
Yes.
How cool is that? But it didn't happen for me. It didn't happen for me. So I'm out. I'm out totally.
And I might be rooting for a draw against Brighton.
Well, I said to Jarvis, I'm bitter. I wanted a draw yesterday. I could have, you know, and then I would have phoned up the Premier League. Manchester United forfeit the final game of the season. So I'd have been right.
Guys, we are on 78 likes. And if you haven't, do us a favor, like the stream. And also one more thing, I will redirect you over to Sean, United versus Everybody. He's live, he's an American. So if you want to watch more YouTube, jump over to Sean. Oh, by the way, there's a super chat coming in late from Helge Skjerveland coming in and say, little token of my appreciation for being the only United channel that scratches my geeky tactical itch. I love this channel exists. Keep on going. Cheers. Thank you so much, Helge, for that lovely donation super chat. You don't have to super chat, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My channel does it as well, you know, mate. You can come
over. Here we go. Dear me. No, Jarvis, cut the stream. Cut the stream.
Yes. Go over to Sean, say hello, give him a tactical Devils raid. Sean will be so happy. He's been around, he's been on this show so many times. He deserves all the help he can get. So, guys, do me just a favor, stay there for 2 minutes, say tactical Devils raid, and say hello from Jarvis. That's all I wish. Everybody, thank you for a great show.
Right.
Yes. And thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you on the next one. Have a good night, and see you on the other side of on the Sean's channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.